You willing to share the picture? Is it safe?
Yeah,
for the
sure.
YouTubers?
Kind of, I guess. I didn't post any goth furry art. What the fuck are you talking about?
Daisy
What the fuck
Ridley's
are you
ass
talking
is
about,
on
Ronnie?
YouTube, so I think we're okay. Look at all the birds. Yo, did you know? Were you aware that there was 2 bears loose in our town?
Yes.
There was
Yes.
there was bears in the woods. There was a squatch in them woods hunting down the bears. The
Yes.
bears just walking around.
Like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh my god, you haven't seen
Come
One
on.
Punch Man, you fucking retard!
What?
That's the chick from One Punch Man, bro.
Dude, look. I don't care where she's from. Oh my god. Oh my god. She could fix me a million ways, bro. I don't care. Come on, man.
Jesus.
She has the perfect hair. It's nice and curly, bro. She has like the perfect tit size. on. Like,
Shut the fuck up, you.
Roland fell out of his chair. That's why he turned off the camera.
What?
Oh man.
You guys hang out with Roman, you don't have to become intoxicated. It just makes you feel like you are.
Oh, come on, bro. You've hung out with me sober plenty of times.
Yeah,
okay?
and every time I do that, I feel like I'm intoxicated.
How? I'm fun to hang out with.
Exactly. Make me feel high.
Bro.
I'm rubbing peanut butter on my cock.
Quite the intro.
Yeah, quite the intro indeed. We're not monetized anyway. Never
I like
will
that
be.
we went there just right away. It's the
Immediately. It's Chainsaw Man.
Right
We
out,
have
we're
to.
like, we're just gonna
Right off the gate.
throw the
Retard. Retard, right off the gate. We're retaking it. It's our word.
It's our word. Just like
It's
another
our word is our word. I want to get a shirt that says that.
I am going to start a movement for the white people to reclaim the N-word because it is our word. We created it.
Okay, that I don't think you can say that one. Clerks
I mean,
too.
are you Dutch? Are you Dutch, Crimson? Pretty sure you're not.
No, I'm American.
Stop.
Okay, asshole.
Strike 2 on the channel. I'm kidding. No, anyway, I don't have an intro yet for the discussions because this is the first discussion and review that we're doing on the channel, which I hope to do more of. But yes, I promise you guys a Chainsaw Man stream. It's a little bit later than I would have liked, but I got to work late and then I had to make a thumbnail, whip that up. Also, Muffler reminded me this morning that we are streaming tonight. And I was like, fuck, it's Tuesday.
The thumbnail does look good, so good job.
Thank you. I did that within like an hour and a half, about. But
he tried.
I tried. There's so many more things. I really wanted to get the Statue of Liberty in the background right. I wanted to get the Church of Chainsaw right. I wanted to get the girl on the left who kind of looks like Asa, a little bit more like Asa, and the girl on the right a little bit more like Power. I tried. And more Devil Hunters, and I wanted to get the Devils to look a little cooler. But I think I whipped up something pretty good for the time being. But so we'll be doing more discussions in the future for different shows, anime. Definitely going to do a Bleach one after Bleach. That's for sure going to happen. And probably other shows and things like that. But without further ado, Chainsaw Man ended today. Oh, yeah, and the other thing is the discussions. I wanted to get I don't have a thumbnail or intro yet. That's the other thing I'm going to have to make. So I just picked a funny-ass clip of Roman where, because he won't be joining us tonight because he doesn't read.
He's not caught up, okay? But
he's a communist. You expect a communist to read? They're all illiterate.
Books, but if comic books are black and white...
I read picture book.
Yes, so he reads comic books, but if they're black and white and backwards, he won't read them. I don't get it, dude. But... literally get Manga Plus. It's free. You can read every chapter for free.
They've switched it a little bit where a lot of chapters you do have to pay for now, but it's like super low cost. And like if you get in at the start of the series, you could just keep reading it, because like the latest chapters are always free. So yeah. It's to reduce piracy and it's to like gauge interest in the properties, which is fantastic. So,
yeah, it works really well actually from what I hear.
I mean, in my opinion, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not about Manga Plus. My bad.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to make a jab at Roman real fast because he could be joining us for this. But guys, in like a year or two, we'll be on stream. And it'll be a Roller Rumcast, and all of a sudden Roman will be like, "Oh, I finished Chainsaw Man," and everybody will be.
I finished Chainsaw Man. What the fuck? And I'm just gonna sit here like.
It'll be when season 3 of Chainsaw Man is out in like 10 years.
Dude, if there's going to be a season, or if there's going to be a part 3 of Chainsaw Man, Fujimoto probably ain't going to be the
Oh, I wasn't talking about that.
Illustrator.
I was talking about actual part 3 of the anime because it takes so long.
Oh, you're talking about International Assassins.
I'm talking about after that, like when they start part 2. So it would technically be like season 3 of the anime.
Okay, I mean? He just said a lot of convoluted bullshit. Okay,
no. So season 2 of the anime is going to go up to the end of part 1, correct? Isn't that what we're talking about?
I hope, but there's probably going to be a movie.
That's what I figured. So that
right now they're saying that International Assassins is going to be its own thing, and then we still have 2 more arcs after that.
Correct.
Yeah, so maybe that'll be International Assassins, and then they do a break, and then it's like part 2 of season 2. That's what Bleach did. I can see that. And Attack on Titan did that shit with season 4, so I can see that. It's
everyone memed on Attack on Titan.
Yeah. But also, shit. But like, then wouldn't season 3 therefore be part 2, season 1?
Who knows?
Yeah,
I mean, the first time we see Asa would be season 3, is what I'm saying. If what
we don't know that.
No, we don't know that. But like, if what we're saying is correct, that they're going to do a movie, or this is going to be a really long season 2. Unless they split it into 2 seasons, which I find would be strange. They'd have to both be like 8 episodes, 10 episodes, maybe.
They do weird release schedules for Bleach and other series, so it's not unheard of. Like, I mean, there's only 10 episodes for the current season of, Frieren, so that's fine. It just depends on the series. But
the whole point of the joke was that he'll have finished it by the time we get a 3rd season of Chainsaw Man, which will be years down the line.
Yeah.
You mean just man?
Ah, I see what he did.
The memes.
Or is he just Blood Man now? I don't know.
No, he's just Denji now.
I mean, I would totally be a slave to power. That's fine to me. It's cool.
We're all slaves to power, Muffler. Don't you understand?
Technically, though, isn't he like? Isn't he still under the Control Devil's powers? Because that's what happens in that chapter. Is right before they do anything. It's just like, fuck you. You're both mine now.
Yeah, pretty
kind
much.
of. But it's Nayuta, so it's better than Makima. It's better that way.
Yeah, I would rather have Nayuta over me than Makima. Why does Miaoi like her so much?
Yeah, but that's weird. I didn't think Miaoi was going to be in it because Power said I like dogs.
Right. Why would she like dogs, though?
Oh, because she's already living with Nayuta?
Nope. I think there's a reincarnation thing happening, like not like, oh, the world got reset. I think there's a lot of like Buddhist dharmic things.
That's what I said when we read it, and you and Arceus were both like, I don't want to put words in Arceus' mouth, but you guys were like, no, I think it's a different timeline now, not a reincarnation type thing. I think it's reincarnation type thing.
We will sort through the definitions of what we think reincarnation is here in a little bit, but I don't know if I 100% agree with you. It depends on what we mean, but we can get into it. It's fine.
Word.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that that's another sign that it's not an original timeline. It is like the karmic ladder, climbing that ladder for him and stuff, right? And it's a growth from both Power and from Denji, So
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I thought
you haven't
happened, dude. I really did.
You haven't seen any of the backlash online. You haven't
I haven't seen any of this. No.
Oh God.
But like, I think before we get into that, can we get thoughts on what you get? Like just out of like on a scale of 1 to 10, what are we thinking? Just real quick, because
series overall or just the ending?
Let's do both, ending and then series overall.
I would say both would be like an 8 for me.
Okay.
That's fair.
Like the series overall, like part 1 is probably the more coherent part. Part 2 is the part where it's like, all right, things get a little weird, and you do have to sort of play the let's read Fujimoto's mind game, which you can go insane if you try to do. But he'd be the only one immune to like just like Jean Grey or whatever. She'd like, peek in there and be like, what the fuck is going on in your head?
She'd peek into his mind, and then like she'd be the one going like, ah! Like
anyway, so the series overall, I liked it. I enjoyed quite a bit of what it did. Not like it was perfect or anything. Not like I think that it is the most amazing series out there, but I do like it. Plus you get the good old ending. I actually would say that, like, again, 8 out of 10. It's not the thing I was hoping for, but it's definitely far better than I was expecting when I started reading Chainsaw Man and like looking into a little bit of Fujimoto's work and mentality towards his writing. I was like, oh, this is going to end horribly.
Oh, here we go. This gets interesting now. We have another guest coming on in.
Uh-oh.
What is up, my friend?
Hey-o! How we doing?
Interesting times, friend.
Oh, strange times. Thank you for the invite as well.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming on. Glad to see you.
Of course.
But yeah, to quickly wrap up my thoughts on that, as far as like the way it all wraps up went, I don't particularly have a problem with it. It just wasn't necessarily the way that I had hoped all of this would end or even had expected it all to go. So yes. I'm kind of just sitting here like mulling it over, like no real like harsh feelings either way, being like, I'm cool with that. I can live with that. It isn't some fucking Tokyo Revengers shit where they just ass pull everything right at the very last second. So like just a bunch of fucking bullshit powers and all that. Like it actually makes sense for everything that's going on. So
okay. Yep. Okay. Agreed. You want me to hop in next, Roland? Also, hi, Rolando. How are you?
Yes, sir. Muffler, you're next.
All right. So I'm a little bit more optimistic about the series as a whole. So like at one time I was considering like Chainsaw Man in my top 3 manga of all time. Like as a property, I still really like it, but it's drifted a little bit below that. I would still consider the work as a whole to be like closer to a 9 for me, like maybe like an 8.5 to a 9. So I'll hard commit on a 9 kind of for the overall series, because Fujimoto has this really good gift about writing when he's going through different story arcs and everything, about there always being a surprising conclusion to different things. There's a lot of different satisfying payoffs. The comedic timing of the series is fantastic as well. You can argue the ending even in that capacity to some extent, but it just is really interesting. So it captivated me pretty much for the entire length of part 2. That's when I started reading it. So I'll give it a 9. It's still probably in my top 10 manga, but it's definitely not in the top 5 anymore. It's but it's solid top 10 for me. And then for the ending, I would say that, I would agree with Crimson on that. I would say it's closer to an 8 for me personally. I was already looking at some of the deeper meanings potentially, and I was really one of those people that like to jump in and overanalyze the material. I didn't quite go on some tangents as other people, but I was always open to different ideas on how the story could end and different approaches to that. And it does make a lot of sense on how it ended, especially when you factor in what Fujimoto did, with his other works and stuff. So I think that it's overall satisfying. It could be a little better here or there because, a more definitive conclusion on some of my characters, like Aki, would be really nice. Yeah. but I get a strong impression on two different ways it could have gone for these characters that weren't brought up in the ending. So again, I'm okay with it. Maybe we get a couple extra pages when a volume releases, or maybe there's something extra at some point. There's always a chance for that. But if not, I'm okay with the ending overall. So I'd give it like an 8.
So just to say something towards what you just said about like the other characters,
Mhm.
I think it's totally plausible that we might get like a little short chapter, kind of like what happened with the Blood War or the Hells of Blood or Hells of Jaw arc with the Bleach thing, where they're like, this is what everybody's doing when they're older. Here you go, boom, and maybe a new arc, whatever, but not a new arc. I don't think they'll do that. It'll just be like, there's where everybody's at, like they did with the freaking that one Naruto movie or whatever. You know what I mean?
The last movie or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
Naruto, the last.
Is that the one
Where
where
they go to the moon and
yeah, like but most of the movie is them chilling, and then like Hinata's gone, and they're just like, how do we get to the moon? But anyway,
so they jump through a magic puddle and they end up on the moon, and they break it in half, and they have to have Sasuke fucking destroy half the moon for him. Yeah,
our magic ninja powers,
magic missile. So
yeah,
Lethal. What did you think of? So the question was, what did you think of the finale, and then what did you think of like the manga overall?
Overall, the manga, I still very much enjoy the story of Chainsaw Man. I think it has some of the most interesting characters in modern manga or just modern storytelling as a whole. I think the franchise as a whole is going to still do well, especially after the Reize movie. I did enjoy reading it. Pound for pound, okay, this is going to sound weird. Pound for pound, part 1 is better, but part 2 had more potential. And I think that's why I'm a little bit more disappointed in the ending. It's because I feel like part 2 was really building up to something that could have been crazy. And I don't necessarily full-blown hate the ending, but it's extremely rushed. And the direction that they went in with the ending, I think could have been fleshed out more over at least one more chapter. Personally, I think another 2 or 3 more chapters would have been ideal, just to go into more detail about what's actually happening here, because I still think a bit of it is open for interpretation. Maybe I just need to read it again. I've only read it once, but there's like a few things that I feel they could have explained a little bit better, right? It's definitely not the conclusion I was expecting. And some parts of it kind of shit me. I can totally see why some people feel like, really, I invested all my time for this. I can get why some people feel that way. But one big criticism I see, at least so far, is people were expecting like a full-blown, crazy Dragon Ball Z style battle to wrap it up, which I don't know where that came from. I mean, we did recently have a pretty big battle that was going on for 10 or so chapters. But we're talking spoilers, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
This is a full-on spoiler stream at this point.
Yeah, this is why we're doing it here. This is why we're doing it here.
You remember the way in part 1 when he kills Makima? That wasn't some big crazy battle. He just tricked her. That's all it was, Like, there was a big battle, and he got his fucking ass whooped. But when he actually kills her, it's because he tricks her, and it's just done in like one attack type of thing, right?
Yep.
And this one had a pretty big battle as well, so I wasn't expecting it to end in some climatic clash or anything like that.
Neither was I.
But there is a fair bit that I feel they could have expanded on a little bit more, just to add more context. I would not be surprised if we got more pages as well, similar to Attack on Titan, when they were like, all right, let me try and elaborate a few more things for you. I think we're going to get something like that. But my biggest gripe with this is it's just so rushed. Like, if this is the ending he wants to do, that's cool. But I still think we needed at least one more, but preferably 2 or 3 more chapters to just go into this into more detail, because it just feels like everything just happened so quickly at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And like the way part 2 was building up with all like Asa and all that, like that was some really interesting stuff that had a lot of potential. And it just feels like it's kind of, I don't want to say didn't go anywhere, but it's kind of just left dangling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly like understand a lot of the points you make, particularly when you start talking about having a couple more chapters at the end. Yeah, I guess I can see that it might not be as satisfying to a lot of people, but I always try to keep this in mind whenever I'm talking about like whether an ending is good or whether a series is good. And it's basically there are two types of mindsets that dominate how people will interpret things. If you look at Chainsaw Man as just another like action shonen, you're probably going to hate the way everything just came to an end.
Agreed.
If you look at it to try and like understand like this as like Fujimoto's artistic expression, like treating art as a form of human expression, you're probably going to be a little bit more favorable to it. So I can understand both viewpoints. I just think that this is one that deserves more of that artistic interpretation kind of mentality.
Yeah, I don't know where this big has to be a big shonen battle at the end. I don't know where that came from.
JJK fans.
It came from the
My Hero fans.
Fujimoto's work as just another action shonen.
And it's not.
But they wanted basically an action shonen ending from a guy who has historically not ever done that.
Yeah, it's not an action shonen at all, though.
I don't know how you could go through part 1 and part 2, get right to the end, and expect that. I don't know how you could watch season 1 of the anime and the Reize movie and expect that.
Well, yeah, I expected worse based on all of that when I read the manga. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, me too.
And then I read a little bit of Fire Punch. And I was like, okay, this Fujimoto guy is fucked in the head. This series is not going to end well.
So Lethal, to that point right there, it's because they're watching it from the perspective of it being the battle anime, the battle shonen. They're just seeing.
We must have watched 2 different fucking shows then.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because they're literally sitting here going, "Oh, this is Chainsaw Man. It's popular. Naruto's popular. All anime's the same." And they're watching it the same way they're watching The Mandalorian and calling it Star Wars. It's the same exact
It's more so that people go into it with the mindset of this is entertainment, and they only look at the surface level. And that's how they're able to come to that conclusion. It's the same way you get people who will say, like, oh, well, Freeren's just incredibly boring. Well, no, there's a bunch of
retards!
Yeah, there's a bunch of theme and stuff that goes to this. And I know a lot of these types like to dismiss it as, the themes and shit argument. But it legitimately is, and it's a valid point of view for a lot of different things. Not everything, but a lot of different things. And this is a series where you have to come into it with the more so the mindset of, all right, the author's going to do something. It's not going to be the standard series, so maybe I should temper my expectations for that. A lot of people don't do that, though. You get the basically normies who are looking at it just for the entertainment value because Chainsaw Man fights look cool. The art's definitely interesting.
Well, that's what I meant when I said it's like the Mandalorian people calling that good Star Wars. It's the same exact thing. It's like you're the normies that are watching that going, I'm a Star Wars fan. It's the people that are like, I'm the normie anime guy. Yeah, Chainsaw Man is fun, woohoo, but you're not actually looking into it. You like the pew-pews and lasers, but you don't actually pay attention to the themes. You like the big clashy demon fights, devil fights, but you're not paying attention to what's actually going on, which this is a psychological story. It's like it's really freaking deep, man. Like and nutty. You got to pay attention. Like even the concept of Chainsaw Man on its own is something that is just really cool. It's just everything's based on fears. It's just really an interesting concept, but most people don't even understand that to begin with.
I have a question, but I'll let everyone have their take first before.
Like we haven't got Rolando yet.
On the manga overall, though, Lethal, I want to get your rating. Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh,
because I got everybody's rating.
I'll go 8.
Okay, so that's the same as Crimson, an 8. So we got an 8, a 5, and an 8. Rolando, you got the floor.
Wait, what? A 5? Who gave it a 5?
Didn't you?
No, I said it was a 9.
Oh, you said
9. Wait,
he's
what?
the biggest glazer here of the series.
Oh yeah, 100%. What?
Fucking full-on Denji Meat Rider. Yes.
You could say I may be Fujimoto in disguise.
I think you made a glitch out.
Wish.
I did hear 5. I did hear 5. That's my fault.
Yeah, no, you're chill, dude.
All right, Rolando.
This is peak. This is pure peak. This is nothing but peak. Nah, I think overall I had a lot of fun reading it. I had my gripes about some people trying to act as if part 2 is a what's it called? Where they try to say it's woke just because Asa showed up, even though the character of Asa
What?
is much
That's a
different.
thing?
I heard one person
dude,
say
you
it.
have no idea what people will
Yeah.
call woke in the.
I cover gaming news. I make fun of side scrollers like every fucking day, dude. Like I know people will call anything woke, but how
Okay,
the fuck
you know
is
what?
it woke?
I regret saying that because
Makima
you
was
are-
the
you
main
are
villain
right.
of part 1.
It's because they saw it as Asa taking over, even though he was
Oh
barely
my
in it.
god, dude!
Barely in it. Reading starting to
Wow.
catch up, and I literally argued with them on the stream like, there's a lot more that happens, and another guy who didn't even fucking read it says, "Sorry, dude, you're just gonna have to cope with it." It's like, motherfucker, you didn't even read it. Like, you don't even
What?
watch anime. I don't
You
know why he's
blow
gonna
my
fucking
mind,
say
mate.
that.
Yeah,
It's someone I watched a bit, but I stopped watching them because I didn't need to anymore. Because, I just their opinion fell apart after that for me. But
Wait, I have
for
a
me
clip for this.
overall,
I have a clip for this take.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In that,
a bit like that, because like he was barely in it. He might have a different opinion after reading more of it because Asa's a lot more complicated than a swap, like female swap character, especially since
Yeah,
it's still
dude,
journey
most of
on
part 2 is
Denji.
about her. In the beginning
Yeah,
of part
and
2,
it's good. I like it, and that's what made me like really care about her.
Yeah,
But overall, yeah, I would agree. Part 1 is a little bit better because you could end off there.
you
But
could.
yeah, with part 2, yeah, it doesn't have it. I do agree with the potential, but then I would have to say how it ended 2 chapters before the ending. What could he have done? A lot of stuff like happened to where
Yeah.
it looked like they couldn't get out of it so easily. It would have taken a lot more. And I don't know, maybe he was losing a bit of passion, but at the very least, this is similar to Villain Saga. Like to me, there's a little bit more that needs to be explained. It would be very nice if it could, but I'm okay with it. So
Well said.
overall, yeah.
Yeah, rating.
Overall,
think
it's like an 8. I could argue it for a 9 maybe, but a solid
Ooh,
8.
we're getting 8s and 9s all on the board.
I think.
What about the end, though?
As far as
I'm okay with it.
the
7.
series goes,
Okay, fair enough.
I've completely lost my train of thought. Ignore me.
So
Sorry.
I actually want to give mine. So I enjoyed the ending. I mean, I'm a person that has a very. I think all of us on this panel do have vast imaginations. We can imagine where the story is going. We can imagine where all these characters are going. We can imagine what they're all doing. And to me, that kind of feels like the end of like, Return of the King. It's like at that point, like you want to see what everybody's doing afterwards. But it's like, okay, they're there. They're doing this. You kind of see it. But it's like I would like to see a little chapter of them having life afterwards. But like you don't need it. You don't need it. It's the same thing with the end of Return of the Jedi, and it's the same thing with this, in my opinion. It all reverses. Everything's back. Now, we'll talk about whether or not it's a new world or, a reverse timeline, whatever, reincarnations, whatever the hell. There's all these different theories out there now. But I actually enjoyed the simplicity of it. It didn't, like you guys were saying, it didn't need to be a big extreme battle. However, I would have liked to see what devil actually did him in. I would have liked to see like a good shot of it, and like what it was, because I think that would have been cool. But again,
I don't necessarily know if it mattered because there were a bunch of them there.
Yeah.
Well,
it might
yeah,
have
I
been
know, but I think I would have just liked to see the actual final blow on him. You know what I mean? But I also understand why we did it, and you probably would if this ever in the future gets animated. You probably would see which one does it. But, however, I didn't have too many problems with it. I was baffled by the last chapter. I'll tell you that. But the most recent chapter, the final chapter, I kind of agree with Rolando where he says that he wishes there was more. And like Lethal saying a couple extra pages. I think that would have helped it a lot more for palatability. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. I don't want to get too much into the nitty gritty of it until we get there. But like the stuff with Asa, I would have liked to get to see her maybe talk to Denji a little bit and show that like maybe they're gonna start dating even though he's still or something like that. You know what I mean? Just some wholesome part of it, other than like we're gonna go get food. Like that, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to show that like, oh, he has prospect, which I think it kind of did, because it's like he might go back and see her and stuff like that. But it would have been nice to end it up with like him on a date with her or something, just at the final shot, or something like that, just to show that like, yeah, he's got all of his everything is that he dreamed of is there. Food, girl, dog, friends, family. I think that would have been like cool, but whatever. And I would have liked to see Aki. I would have liked to see. My gripe though is I didn't get to see Kishibe at all.
He was
Yeah, or her car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Yeah.
or
Kobeni's car.
We see Kobeni's car before Kobeni.
Dude, I would have liked to see Kobeni and her car, but no, Kishibe. The guy who's their sensei type dude, who just keeps killing him over and over again in part 1. He's not in part 2 at all, dude. He's just Quan Chi is though, and she mentions him in like one bubble. And they say that Kishibe's off like fighting devils in like some other country, and that's it.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, overall, my rating, I think I gotta give it like an 8.5 to a 9, dude. This has been one of the most fun manga I've ever read. I sprinted through it after season 1. Like it was just I couldn't put it down. It was the same way I was when I was reading Bleach. I couldn't put it down. Or Black Clover, I was the same way, but not to that same extent. Wouldn't give that the same level. Chainsaw Man was the writing, it was the artwork, it was the character development of the characters and stuff. It was just like all around fantastic. I can't wait to get the box set. I got it sitting.
It sits right behind me for a reason, bro. Like 2 of my favorite chapters.
True. I need to catch up on the volumes.
Oh, I mean, 2 of my favorite
Absolutely.
volumes, I'd say. Yeah, I need to get the full thing, but yeah, I mean, I think I'd have to give it an 8.5 to a 9.
Do you think overall, if the series just ended at part 1 and there was no part 2, it'd be received better?
I actually do.
Maybe.
I think
because
I remember what I was going to say earlier, but we'll get back to that.
Maybe because people seem to have more complaints about it, but that's because they weren't understanding most of it. But at the very least, it filtered out a lot of people that were like, "Ew, that's nasty." A handy. I mean,
Bro,
Yeah.
better to have those people get out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not.
You actually
Good at
that's
it.
an interesting point. It's like a lot of this kind of felt like a filter.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think there's 2 points on that can be made. Like, sure, it's filtered. The ending though also feels really like to me like a mockery of series that just drag their feet on the ending.
I can see that.
Because Fujimoto is just like, all right, here it is. You know, like we're getting into this massive like fuster cluck of an issue, and you have a bunch of problems you're gonna have to solve. It's gonna take a while. How about we just delete the core source of the problem, which is Pochita, and move on? Like, get rid of that guy, everything gets solved. because Denji is clearly too greedy and too selfish to be wielding that kind of power, because he literally had, like a normal life, and he was warned multiple times that if he continued to be Chainsaw Man, things were going to go really, really bad for him.
That's true.
And he continued to be Chainsaw Man. But I remember the point I was going to make earlier was that with the way that this ends, yeah, sure, it feels like rushed or anticlimactic to people, but I guarantee you that whatever convoluted measures would have been needed to make Chainsaw Man work otherwise, by sort of like brute forcing through all of those issues, people would have complained about that too.
It would have been like the ending of fucking Game of Thrones, dude. It would have been just rushed shit of everything.
People would complain about how long it's going on. Trying to explain
No, I don't even think it would be that. I don't think it would go on much longer. I think Fujimoto would just rush the shit out of certain things.
Well, that's kind of my issue with the ending, is it does feel like a lot of it was just rushed towards the end.
That's why I'm saying I think he would do that even if it went on longer. I think he would already be doing that, but the way that Game of Thrones Season 8 did it, with just rushing the entire season. But instead it would be rushing the entire run of whatever, chapters.
So you're saying he would have done what?
It's April Fool's next week.
Yeah, I'm aware.
That would be insane.
April Fool's is a Wednesday, so for us anyway, it's a Wednesday for us.
Yeah, but what if it's the Fool Devil? All of this is the work of the Fool Devil,
dude.
The Joke Devil. You scared of clowns? It's the Joke Devil.
That does seem like some bullshit he would pull just to fuck with people, but no.
Nah, it's over. It's over. It's finished.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, given all the announcements and everything, like they've said they've already gone all the way up to thank you for reading. Please look forward to Fujimoto Sensei's next work. And I'm just like, next work? Dude's been complaining about having to draw shit for like months now.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, like the way they that he decided to end it, because the series has never been more popular. And again, that is because of the Reze movie. Yeah. And he's just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah. You're right. It is really interesting in that regard.
But
on Manga sorry, you go.
No, I was just gonna say on Manga Plus too. Even like it's been the number one for a while now. As soon as JJK Modelo ended, like it's been the number one on like Manga Plus, and it's even beaten out One Piece and stuff like that, especially the last couple chapters. So yeah, I mean, I think that there is a lot of popularity associated with the title, so it's interesting. Yeah,
I can definitely respect his ability to not drag it out.
Yeah.
Even though I was just complaining that I think it needed to be a bit longer, I can still, how many times do you watch a show or whatever and you go, for fuck's sakes, this shit's still going?
Yep.
Yeah.
Simpsons or whatever.
I think it's more plausible, rather than a part 3, that Fujimoto's the type of guy that just went, fuck it, I'm done, and was like, I'm gonna wrap this up and give it tie a nice bow on it, give it an ending to the people that'll actually pay attention. And then rather than like a part 3 or full on continuation, it's just like 2046, and it's just like Fujimoto just decided he's gonna do Chainsaw Man again. Like, he's that type of person that would just do some random bullshit like that. And I'm not even saying that's plausible, but I'm saying it's more
weird like that.
What do you think the chances are that when it finally gets animated, they kind of do like an Attack on Titan where they go, all right, we'll extend it a bit more?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, it definitely deserves that for sure.
Or they probably will take a few creative liberties with things.
Maybe.
Most certainly.
It's really just going to depend, though. Like, are they going to do the Attack on Titan thing and just like rob you of any hope that like things just sort of like went well on in the future, or are they going to actually like enhance the experience and make it better?
Do you know what I think my biggest disappointment with part 2 is? What? So I absolutely, like everyone, I absolutely loved the Death Devil reveal.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was the peak of the Death Devil, in my opinion, was the reveal.
Yep.
And then it was a bit lackluster from there in regards to the Death Devil.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it's because it was you could say that it's anticlimactic then after the reveal, but like it's also a very Fujimoto thing to do would be to just resolve that character by having them getting eaten, and then it's like they're done now at this point. You know, I mean, like he pulls a lot of shit out of his ass, like to do interesting story elements. So it's okay in my opinion. I don't know what else he would have done with the
let me elaborate on that.
Yeah.
So we're introduced to like the 4 horsemen or horse sisters of the apocalypse, right?
Yes.
Whereas part 1, the whole part 1 was just about one of them, right? We got one, and look at all the damage she does.
Yep.
And here we have 3 of them. It just should have been more apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Okay, what do you mean by that? Because I've got some stuff to remind you on if that's the case.
Well, like in terms of, like, I know, like, you know, they wanted to have that ongoing war, and there was that really cool debate going, well, if no one can die, war's just going to go forever and ever. That shit's all really cool. But just the scale of how much damage Makima was able to do as one of the sisters. And here we have 3 of the sisters, and I just don't think the scale of damage or the threat level was as high.
Did we ever see
war became?
Did we ever see Pestilence?
Yeah,
we never.
We did.
Yeah,
I mean, do we want
there.
to talk about all of the fucking bugs that came crawling out of hell?
Yeah, or the fact that literally the entire United States was wiped off the face of the fucking earth.
Well,
yeah, that's true. But, I mean,
or you know,
sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, or the moon, and then like you got, like, yeah, there was a lot of horrific shit that happened in this.
I forgot that the moon happened. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, literally create a fucking spear of Longinus.
I think what he
wanted, you call it Longinus, you fuck.
Oh,
Longinus.
Sorry. Fuck
I think
off,
I think what he wanted to do with getting rid of death so quickly is to show how much more hellish the world is without death. Because at the very least, if death was still around, there would still at least be an end to the world. Wow.
Well, that also plays into like overall the theme of like just Denji getting way too greedy in part 2, and like trying to like abuse his power and everything.
Yeah,
like, just to try and like get more and more and more, like using the ability to just delete.
I guess what I'm trying to very poorly explain here is that just one of them felt more villainous than all 3 of them.
I agree.
On the scene together. It's kind of like, okay, let me think. Like,
oh, okay.
You could have Riddler, Penguin, and Two-Face all together, but people really only want to see Joker.
Yeah,
I respect that.
I'd rather see Two-Face.
Well, you get what I mean, like with like all, the way like one of them can just outshine all 3 of them.
I think it's because Death was experiencing human life and how she enjoyed food so much. She didn't have the same mindset as what Makima had, where she wanted to sacrifice everything just to have.
Well, that's because Makima as control is actually conquest. So that's but
I'm saying like human life. She had some likes like cinema and all that stuff, but it didn't influence her to want to like not sacrifice. She would have probably have controlled. She wanted to control all of the world to.
Yeah, she was the government.
Yeah, she wanted to control the world to keep it in order, in peace. That was her take from it. While Death, she wanted to live life a little bit more human. She wanted to eat. She wanted to have fun. She wanted to go to that festival. She was like, I don't want the world to end. I still need to go to that festival because she had friends, and she kind of liked that feeling.
Yeah,
and that's why I think she didn't. If she would have had a mindset of I'll just end the world because that's what I'm supposed to do, but her perspective changed once she got to interact with humans.
Famine was really weak too, because like famine was not a fear in the world anymore, largely. So that's why she was really weak. So yeah,
I would like to have seen like the 3 of them hate Makima. Like just talk about how much they fucking did not like her, which would kind of separate her as being like, being able to stand by herself as opposed to not the 3 can't stand by themselves, but I mean just in the scale of the story. The other big thing I see people not happy about is no Reze at the end.
That's true.
Yeah, dude, we were talking about that. We were talking about that earlier when we finished the chapter.
Yeah.
But real quick,
we got power at least.
We did.
To a point that Lethal just made. Hold on, Lethal just said he would have liked to see them talk more about it or talk about it at all. They do actually mention how she was an annoying older sister when they all first meet up and stuff, and how they're glad that she's like gone now. Now she's their younger sister, some shit, or she's dead, whatever.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah. Or at least Famine and War do.
They all did meet up at one point, didn't they?
Yeah, when all three of them meet up, they're talking about well, that's how we find out that she's Conquest, right?
I mean, yeah, no, Conquest. I mean,
yeah, we never learned that she was actually Conquest, quote unquote.
Well, they call her their older. They call Makima older sister.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
That's when they mentioned that she was an annoying, overbearing older sister, and they don't like her. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I remember that.
I thought they referred to Death as that, but that's fine.
Death is the oldest sister. Makima was the annoying sister. Maybe that's what it is.
Like, I don't know. Like, this is just a reaction. That's what I was trying to tell people. Is like, you know, we're going to have to go back and reread and reanalyze everything at a later time too, to try to make sure we have a complete perspective too. But like right now, though, yeah.
Once a week in the Discord or some shit, or twice a week, we should do a Chainsaw Man reread and manga together.
Well, I think that this is definitely a series that will probably have a lot more come to light with like a binge through the whole thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. There's gonna be shit that people look back on in chapter 1 and be like, "Oh my god, that was in chapter."
Well, because like, the stuff that is like related to, I guess the perception of the ending. Like with like people commenting about how like if Denji keeps trying to be Chainsaw Man, bad things are going to happen. All that you're gonna have a lot more of that in mind if you just binge the series over like a week or a month, as compared to you read it over a couple of years.
True.
Every 2 weeks, a 15-page chapter has been fucking ass cancer. Okay, it's been horrible.
Well, wait, we've read it for what? How many years now has it been running? 2018, right? Something like that.
Well,
yeah,
no,
I didn't start then.
Around the
I
pandemic?
didn't either, but like some people have been reading it since then.
Yeah,
right?
it started in like 2018, and like the anime was like 2022 or something.
Yeah,
I think I started reading it right after the anime released.
Correct.
Yeah, so dude, like day one manga readers have been waiting a long fucking time. I can understand why some of them might be pissed, but I also think that they got their hopes built up for something else.
Because again, it was a 2-year break, and then part 2 was bi-weekly rather than every week. Right. So the release schedule was longer, and the chapters were shorter too.
Well, it's like what Crimson just said. Whereas if you're reading it over a couple years, like they're forgetting shit. Like I binged Chainsaw Man after part 1 or after the first season. Binged the fuck out of it all the way up to part 2 and beyond.
Which was Falling at that point. So yeah.
Yeah, so I got all the way past Falling up towards Church of Chainsaw or whatever, right? That's where that is. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so I got all the way up to there before I caught up. So I binged all that shit. So I completely understand why somebody that has been reading it since the beginning might have not gotten some of the nuances that I picked up on because I was reading it so consistently and they were having to wait weekly. It's like when you put a book down. Like I don't know how many of the original readers reread, all of part 1 before part 2 came out. They might have waited the full 2 years. So they're remembering the big parts of part 1, and then now they're reading part 2 consistently. So they're a little bit pissed off about shit that they're not quite remembering. I could see that being something.
Valid. Yeah, as far as the release schedule, again, I think that those are some different things that could cause like pain points for the series. The concepts, unless you're doing like a deep dive all the time, like I do like some different YouTube channels, and the conversation around the community has always been good. I mean, we've had these conversations for 2 or 3 times now at this point, so this has been really good at different pivotal points to like talk about it and assess this. But I think that because it's so talked about, like the question I had for everybody was, how long do you think the legacy for this series is going to last? Because I think with it having an open ending like this, and there being some room for interpretation, I think that that allows it to have a longer shelf life rather than just, oh, it was just a big fight and then the fight is over and then the series is done after the fight or whatever, right? You know, like one of these more simplistic endings, I feel that this one sort of, you know, may assist it in the long run after time.
I have a answer to this.
That's fine.
At least 40 years. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because I don't have kids yet, and when they're old enough to watch it, which will be around the age of like probably 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, once they've seen some movies that are rated R or whatever, then yeah, they'll be watching that. And then if they're into Chainsaw Man, they're going to show Chainsaw Man to their kids at some point. So yeah, I think there's a lot of people right now that have kids that they're like, I can't wait till the day that I can show my kid Chainsaw Man. Like my manager is one of those people. He's like, I was watching Chainsaw Man and my kid walked in the room. My wife yelled at me. he's like, so I can't wait till, you know, the next 7 years when he's old enough, we'll watch Chainsaw Man together. And hopefully by then season 2 and 3 will be out, or the movie. You know what I mean? So I think that Chainsaw Man does have quite a big shelf life because of how popular it is with us now, that we'll show it to our kids someday, or people are going to show it to their grandkids someday if there's an older person that's watching it. Like, I totally think it has a big shelf life, yeah. Like Bebop did.
What do you make of the criticism that the ending's just one giant retcon?
That's retarded.
I don't see it as a retcon.
That's so retarded.
A retcon in what way?
That it retconned the whole series.
That it's just it never happened.
It was all a dream.
That wasn't the case.
Oh my fucking what?
At first, I toyed with the idea of it being like the Dream Devil or something like that, because there's still the mystery about what Pochita is and like kind of what the way his powers work and stuff. So, you know, especially today, like I was considering a couple different things and I was doing some dives on it, but I don't think it's like the Dream Devil per se, and that it was like a total retcon. That could work because, you know, the pros for that would be that that the people that didn't appear in the end were not actually real people. It was just whatever his fantasies were about him being this powerful chainsaw man as he went through everything and did all these things, et cetera, et cetera. You know, that could be one solution, but I don't think that's like the way it should be interpreted, because I think that for the longest time we thought that Pochita was like the birth devil. That was that popular fan theory. And it may be closer to something like Buddhist, where it's more like that line between life and death, where it's like rebirth / it technically could be birth, but it's that whole like dharmic reincarnation thing. But the thing that people don't understand about reincarnation is it's not like a complete do-over. You're on a path. And the best way I described it to like Crimson earlier was, if you know anything about the Dark Tower book series by Stephen King, Roland is on a journey, and every time he continues to make the wrong decision, he may gain experience, he may gain something to help him on his next journey to the Dark Tower, but until he actually does the right things and lives accordingly, you know, then he can finally obtain enlightenment and not continue to pursue the Dark Tower and stuff. Kind of like with Denji, you know,
Story of
like
my life.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Roland, congratulations,
Literally the
buddy.
story of my life.
But that's the best way I can describe it to somebody. And I've got some other stuff too, like, well, what's the significance of dogs in Buddhism, right? You know, and stuff. So I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to look through this, going, okay, like this kind of makes sense. You know, it could be a huge Easter egg or something, right? And so I've got ways that I can think about this that totally makes sense. And I wouldn't see it as a retcon. I would just see it as the next step in the journey. The characters that aren't seen would have already completed whatever their journey is. Like Asa was growing as a character. She wasn't all the way there yet, but she was much more closer to maturity than Denji was. And like, you know, Power, she was growing as a character. She didn't grow until she, you know, got closer to Denji and stuff like that, but she still has a ways to go. Now she likes dogs. She didn't like dogs before.
Well,
You
on
know,
that
stuff
point,
like
you
that.
mentioned like the people who are like still growing as characters.
Yeah.
Asa was like at the point where she ended up, flattening Bucky at school. She was like just about to start like, trying to like change her life around and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that derailed her. So Denji sort of like being the person to stop that whole series of events makes it very interesting.
Also, what about like, why would Aki not still be around, and why would it be?
It's because I think his final conclusion. Because I was just looking at his last chapters last night with Arceus, and I was looking at it, and it seemed very definitive that like he just he accepted everything and let go because of the way the snowball fight concluded. Like
Yeah.
it just gave me the impression that it's like, okay, well, he's finished with his karmic journey or whatever. Again, it's weird for me being a Westerner trying to wrap my head around Eastern philosophy, but I think there is something to it,
Yeah,
Or it just could be the alcohol.
What about also? Cheers.
Yeah.
What
Cheers.
about like so like what you and I were saying earlier, like the reason we don't see Reza is because like she never would have had to be what
I
she
think she
was.
completed her journey. She wasn't thinking about herself anymore. She found love. She moved in a positive direction. Her character arc was done. That's why I say in that.
What I'm saying is, do you think those two characters actually exist in this new world or no?
No, because I think they've moved on. Like it's not an afterlife. They didn't go to hell. They didn't go.
Right.
I mean, like they're just on a different. Like that's the way
Yeah.
Buddhism works.
I get. Yeah. You're correct. You're correct. I get exactly what you're saying. My aunt and uncle are Buddhists. They run a temple, so
maybe they could explain it better than me, man. I mean, like
they probably could.
You know what?
They
Did some
like
internet searches.
anime a lot too, so maybe I'll get them to watch Chainsaw Man and have them explain to me the Buddhism of it, or read it. My uncle would definitely read it, I'm sure.
Like, here, you guys can talk and let me know, and I'll jump in with the whole thing about the dogs, because like I think that was an interesting thing. I don't know if anybody had anything to add. So,
no, really, the big thing I have here is to sort of talk about the reception. So I have a bunch of like Twitter posts and stuff to go over later on, but we'll continue on with the discussion and stuff before we get to any of that shit.
What about you, Ron? What do you make of the whole it's a retcon?
What, me? What do I make of it? Oh, I think it's BS. I don't think it's a retcon whatsoever. I think exactly what we were saying, how it is up to interpretation of what it is. But I think it's very clearly not a retcon. I've seen retcons. You know what a retcon, like there's a really easy retcon I have right here.
The entire prequel trilogy of Star Wars.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say the prequels, but I was gonna say the entire Dave Filoni everything.
Yeah, that counts as prequels.
No, it doesn't.
It's before the main story. It's
no. Yeah. But a legitimate Star Wars retcon is bringing Darth Maul back to life. That is a legitimate fucking retcon.
Is Yoda knowing Chewbacca? That's a fucking retcon.
That's a retcon too, yeah. I would agree with
kid,
that.
I've been from one side of the galaxy to another, and I've seen all types of crazy things, but nothing that makes me believe in the Force. And Chewbacca's 20 meters from him, sitting down, going, "You stupid fuck! I know Yoda."
Yeah, no, I agree.
I fought alongside Jedi in the Clone War. What are you fucking talking about, you dumbass smuggler?
Yeah. So here's the thing with that.
I like it when Chewie called him a retard and said, "Just fly the fucking shit."
I will admit there's problems with the prequels, not as nearly as bad as anything Disney's put out. But what I will say is those are retcons. This ending is not a Star Wars is riddled with retcons. These are not retcons at all. You can't retcon this. Like this is by definition this is not a retcon. It is a different story. It's the start of a new storyline. You're setting it up for the future, but you don't have to continue the story. Yeah, actually, one of the biggest problems with continuing this story, and Lethal, Blabs would agree with this, is the freaking Harry Potter continuation they did. That story ended. Everybody wanted to see where everybody ended up. And guess what? They did that, and it was fucking horrible. With the
Well, I
Christian.
believe they're saying that this is a retcon more in the sense of it's a dream, so nothing mattered.
These are the
don't-
people again. These are the people that just didn't pay attention to the fucking book if they think it's a dream. I just.
Yeah, I don't know how they came to that conclusion either. I mean,
I didn't even come to a dream conclusion in the slightest, dude. I was thinking of alternate reality. I was thinking of reincarnation. I was thinking of rebirth of the world. Maybe Pochita is the god devil. I was thinking of all these different things.
As far as this goes, I don't think it was a dream. I most definitely think that everything there happened, not just leaves. Basically, is this some sort of like karmic cycle to the world, or is this just an erasure of events that alters the way time plays out? Well, and we're just seeing a little bit of that.
If it's a dream, then it's basically just like fucking Madara 1 and everybody's in Infinite Tsukiyami forever. Like that's gay. I'm sorry. That's stupid. You're telling me that's a dream? Like it's like if Naruto ended when everybody got put into the fucking dream state with the 10 tails. That's fucking stupid. It's got to be deeper than that. The rest of the manga is deeper than surface level shit. Come on, guys. You're making us look at as Chainsaw Man fans. Can you look?
The Chainsaw Man fans are don't do themselves any favor. Just like JoJo's fans this past week, they have not done themselves any favors.
Oh God, JoJo fans are.
Rolando's just.
Yeah. I'm like the only dude who's seen a lot of JoJo's. That's why I'm laughing.
I have seen a lot of JoJo's, not on my own volition.
Who strapped you to a gurney and fucking forced you to watch it, buddy?
I was at my friend's house like 2 hours away when they were at college, and we were watching JoJo's. So yeah, kind of.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how gay was this friend of yours?
Oh, they're all straight. They just watch a lot of anime. They were watching One Piece too.
No
Go watch JoJo's. Watch. They have Pink Floyd.
Wait, I have derailed us, Chainsaw Man fans. You basically have people who were actually like into the series, and then you have people who got into it because the anime looked cool and hype, and they thought it was another bad show.
They just remember the fights and the funny moments. That's it.
Actually, that same friend that watched JoJo's is the reason that I watched Chainsaw Man, because he forced me to watch Chainsaw Man. He was like, "You have to watch the first episode." And I was like, a dude who turns into a chainsaw sounds stupid as fuck. And then he showed it to me, and I was like, I was wrong. I was terribly wrong.
Everybody's initial reaction of the chainsaw on the head is this is retarded, but it's actually really good. So
it's actually way more than retarded. It's extremely retarded.
Cool. Am I retarded?
I don't know. I tried to tell my friends, I was like, bro, you guys need to check this out. And they're like, bro, the whole chainsaw on the head thing, man, that just looks silly. And I'm like, you like Naruto. Yeah.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that it looked silly. I thought it looked badass, but I'm like, how good of a story can this be? It has to be just hack and slash. And that's what I was wrong about. I thought the design was sick as fuck. But I'm like, what else can this anime be other than just hack and slash? And like, I want some story. And he was like, oh, brother, do I got story for you? And he put on the first episode. I watched it, and I was off to the races.
Another theory that I had recently, was not that it was a retcon. It was that, actually, it would have been a pure retcon, actually. It wouldn't have even been like the whole Pochita ending it. It would have been the fact that Pochita was an imaginary figure in Denji's brain, because he doesn't find him until after his dad is dead and he's dealing with the trauma. So he makes up an imaginary friend, and he's living in a make-believe world and stuff because he just can't deal with the trauma of what happened to him and stuff like that. And that would have been the retcon I would have seen. Okay. But that's not the case either. That was, because obviously after waking up, all the devils are still around and stuff, right? So it's not the same thing.
Yeah, which means how was he surviving doing his devil hunting?
Yeah, I also don't think I also
before.
But I also don't think Denji wasn't upset about his dad's death in the way that we would be if like with a loving his dad was a piece of shit.
Yeah, but he still killed his father, which is very traumatic.
Yeah, but he wasn't upset like over his dad's death. He was upset over being the one who killed his dad because his dad tried to do things.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Not safe for YouTube things.
Yeah. He tried to do not safe for YouTube things. But I think that's also why Pochita, I mean, maybe found him. And like, who do you guys think shot Pochita in the first place?
That's a joke. I don't know if somebody actually shot Pochita. Okay, that's a fan meme online though, because there's the two, like he got bit or something. You know.
I actually think, he might have gotten bit, but I actually think it would have been Kishibe who shot him.
Kishibe has never been shown to use guns, so I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're correct.
He just brutalizes them.
You're correct. Never mind. Maybe Quan Chi. She uses guns.
I mean, it could have been Makima. I mean, I don't know.
Makima uses guns, yeah. Could have been the Yakuza themselves. But I doubt it.
We know that he got into a fight with the Four Horsemen, and he was defeated, so he fled or whatever.
War.
Yeah, and then he found himself, in front of Denji, and Denji saved him.
Yeah, so War shot him then.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably. Or the Gun Devil shot him. We're not even thinking about the Gun Devil. By the way, we do have another one added to the panel. What is up, my dude? Arceus rules. Jonas.
There's an echo.
Oh, can you hear me? Is it bad?
We can hear you.
You're really quiet, bro.
Can you hear
You're
me
on your
now?
phone. You're on your phone without headphones on.
All right, then let me switch to my laptop and I'll be right back.
Smart.
Bro.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, as far as like, I know some people here have seen like really negative receptions, but a lot of my feed has been like positive reception.
Same. I've been looking at it, and so far I'm seeing positive stuff.
Really
Some people
much?
may be
Pretty
farming.
close.
Yeah, some people.
Like, because Chibi, like, definitely came across pretty knee-jerk, like,
That's what all the motherfuckers do, though, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, he was part of it. Like, I know that Arceus, when he gets in here, he can explain a little bit, but, like, he made some
part
posts.
of it? Oh, that son of a...
Yeah, because he thought... Well, because he's like, no, I thought it was fine. And then people, like, were trying to death threat him. And then, like, there's people death threating Fujimoto and stuff, too. Like, there's some crazy
I
things.
saw the death threats on Fujimoto where they're using Yuta Kotsu and saying, like, I will kill... And I'm not going to say the rest of it because then somebody can click that, and I'm not going to let you do that. But you can now use I will kill. Fuck.
There was that, though.
Right,
there
you go.
There was a lot of different things going on. Like, I was seeing people even talking about, hey, how much for plane tickets to go over to Japan and find him? And so you're like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, like
that is kind of insane right there. Like,
you should be put on a fucking watch list for that shit.
This is absolutely.
Is that legit? Like, because that is so outrageous that it could just be someone being stupid.
I think a lot of the algorithm's obviously going to feed you what you want to see.
Correct.
But I feel like there genuinely are like people who think it's okay to make jokes like that. Like I've watched a lot of anime commentary and stuff like that on Twitter, and one of the things I found is a lot of people will pretend like their death threats are dark humor. You call them out for like saying like, yeah, we should dox and forever box this person. And you'll be like, you shouldn't do that. And they'll be like, haven't you ever heard of fucking dark humor, dude?
Yeah, no.
I'm just like, that's not dark humor.
Yeah,
threatening to off someone is not dark humor. So you get a lot of people who are genuinely under the impression that, oh yeah, just saying whatever fucking shit I want is perfectly acceptable because I can just say that it's a joke afterwards.
Yeah, so to that point, like, death threats are never okay. Like, we sit here and we make jokes about freaking Kathleen Kennedy or Leslie Headland and shit like that. But, we always end it by going, don't go and fucking attack this person on Twitter because
Yeah, they're never okay, but a lot of them are just so outrageous that can't possibly be true.
I mean,
my
quite
point in
honestly,
this is I think they're kids who do not have a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
with their
probably.
father.
They're probably fucking children that spent too much time on their uncle's lap. And now
Well,
they just
no,
go
they
on fucking
spent-
Twitter and say,
Well,
wild
my
shit.
point was going to be that it's just fatherless behavior. Like it's just kids who don't have a dad to straighten them out, and they think they can get away with anything because their mom is special little boy.
Yeah, it is
Well,
fatherless behavior for sure.
I would say in this day and age, it takes one crazy person to actually do it.
Well, that's the thing. It's these people that are saying this shit to the point where you get like I don't mean to bring this up, but the Charlie Kirk shit. It's the people that fucking say enough to the point where you have people showing up to mangaka's houses trying to fucking get them, or people firebombing manga studios. You have this shit.
The worst people are sports fans. They're the worst. Sports fans are fucking crazy, man.
Are fucking crazy.
Oh,
No, he's
They're
not
buff for
wrong.
it.
Listen, you know it. I know it. He's not wrong. But
Yeah, I mean,
Have you ever met a
SEC
ReZero fan?
football.
They downvote their own series for 3 lines of dialogue.
That's true. Like
Well, when
there's
it
some
comes to all
crazy-
this unhinged
You ever met a
shit,
Star
I'll say
Wars
sports
fan?
fans. Too fucking many, unfortunately.
lethal. Star Wars fans, come on. Star Wars fans are pretty.
No, the best thing I ever did was throw out all my Star Wars shit and say, I'm done. I don't want to associate with you people. You people are fucking retarded. That was the best decision I've ever made in my life, right? I have been peaceful since then. Okay, it's good. It's good.
I'm proud of you. I can't get rid of my
It was easy to me. Threw it all in a bag and threw it all in the fucking bin, man. All my fact files, all my EU stuff, all of it. Get it the fuck out.
You
I don't even own the movies. Get it the fuck out, man. This is just cancer at
Damn.
this stage, man. Fuck that. I don't want to be involved with that. When people ask me, I tell them I've never seen the movies, and then I just walk away. Go,
Dude,
leave me
you know
the fuck
what?
alone. I treat Star Wars fans like crackheads. Fuck off.
You know what, Lethal? I cannot fault you for that. And in fact, I applaud your conviction.
Yeah, I'm the junkie that got clean while everyone else around me is still shooting up. I can't be around you people. It's bad for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those. I still play the old Halo games and I still watch the old Star Wars movies. So, and I have to watch new Star Wars shit to review it, unfortunately.
See? He's one of them. They got him.
I have to review it.
The needle is in his fucking arm.
You don't have to. You choose to.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you
I'm a
do.
diehard Halo fan. I know way too
That's like
much
me
about
saying
Halo,
I had
and
to
I
fucking
didn't have to
watch
watch the fucking
Dead
Halo
Account.
show, but I chose to because I could do streams and make money off it. That's why I watched it. I didn't have
That's
to
what I'm
watch it.
talking about. I literally
You don't have to. It's a choice.
Okay,
It
well,
is
yeah,
a
you're
choice.
right. But I do it for the stream. Obviously,
See?
I hate the
And
acolyte.
don't say you watch it so people don't have to. No, you watch it so you can make content about it.
That's true.
Honesty is the most important
That's
part
true.
about this.
He's correct.
I mean, all I have to say is someone has to.
He's correct. Well, that's kind of what I meant.
So someone has to actually review it that you trust, maybe, to say, yeah, this is still pretty shit. Because there's gonna be people saying it's good, and it's like, is that true or not? Who knows? But if you don't care, you don't need that. But for some people, they still hold that hope, and it's just people. It's people that hold hope is the reason that they have it, or they just like making fun of shit. That's kind of
Yeah,
how
a
it
lot
is
of it's
now.
that. A lot of people just like to fucking lol.
My most
Lol.
painful watching experience was The Acolyte and Rings of Power the same week. That was horrible.
All of a sudden, heroin.
I have to watch it.
Yeah, I have to watch it.
I had to watch it.
Dude, no, he was like, dude, because Roman didn't watch it, that son of a bitch, dude. And he's like making fun of me, all this other shit. Now he's like, you're like going crazy over this. And I was like, 'cause I had to fucking watch it. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's causing you more pain than him. He's just all.
I'm sitting there taking notes on Galadriel, like fucking.
See, one guy said I didn't watch it, and the other guy's sitting down taking notes about how bad it is.
Pretty much.
I would rather be the one that didn't watch it in that regard, unless I can make money doing a stream about it. And in that case, I'll watch it.
I mean, some people got careers from it. That's just
That's
about
true.
it.
That's true. Some people did get full-on careers from it.
But
It's
you
great.
don't have to watch it. It's a choice.
No, it is absolutely a choice, but it's fun content to go over. It's like this
Content.
content. Just
Content.
consume products.
What's up, Arceus?
Yeah,
What's
Arceus. So I have a question for you. I've asked the entire panel.
All right.
So you've read the entire manga.
I
need
I
at
have
least-
I have not. I have watched all the anime and I've heard every spoiler imaginable, which is why
Sorry.
I just kind of jumped in. Not
Okay.
from you guys. It was a lot of college kids I went to school with when the anime was airing. They told me everything, and I said, "Cool, thanks."
Okay.
Guess I don't care about spoilers anymore.
Okay. So
So I read the last like couple chapters just because I've been talking to Muffler Tape about them.
Okay,
Or
so
we've been
finale on a scale. It's like what did you think of the finale, and what did you think about? I guess what you know about the manga overall, and then give me a rating on a scale of 1 to 10 on the overall for both.
From the context that I do know of, I think Chainsaw Man is good. I enjoy it. I love the characters. I love it's Mappa that animates. I think from there. I think the action and animation is good. I love the characters. Love especially like the part one characters. I love Aki Power. So seeing we're like talking spoilers, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
full
All
on.
spoilers.
So seeing Power come back really made me happy because when one of my college buddies told me that she died in part one, I said, "Well, fuck you," because she was one of my favorite characters in Chainsaw Man. And then I knew about Aki's death, and then I watched the movie, and I went, "That makes more sense with his life ability and everything." So I think it's really well written. I don't know much about part two besides the later half of it, besides characters like Asa and Yoru. And everything and who they are and what they are and the four horsemen and all that stuff. Nayuta, all that jazz. I think it's great. When it comes to the ending, with the context that I do have, I think it's fine. I think it's good. Is it perfect? No. But I really liked reading that last chapter earlier this afternoon. I thought it was fine. I would probably rank it a 7 out of 10 manga. Or like
Yeah.
Reasonable.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
And who knows what you'll think of it after you get more context. Once you get that.
Yeah.
chemistry.
So
The
we'll
anime
say
right now- the anime
tentatively
right now is like-
10.
Yeah, the anime right now is probably like an 8.5 to me.
All right, so that's actually funny because everybody except for Muffler Tape said 8, and you said 7. But you haven't even read the full thing, so you might actually be more of an 8, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Depending, you might go up a point, you might go down a point, depending on what you like.
I really like Chainsaw Man. I mean, this is why I'm really excited to see what's going on with Oshinoko because like and endings are interesting to me because I really haven't there's not really been enough animes I've I haven't been an anime fan long enough to see every season of like every show I enjoy, run that long. I mean, SAO's still going on, haven't really jumped on Attack on Titan, so I never really got that experience, but everything is either halfway for me of an anime only, or I'm like 3/4 of the manga almost done. So I've never really experienced endings. I know Data Live's ending. That's something I've been keeping up with.
You pick the two most interesting titles to talk about endings for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not like Oshinoko's ending compared to this one
I mean,
at all.
I'm stuck on the SAO thing. SAO just says Kirito will return, but there's no anything going on yet.
Well, there's the Unital Ring arc that'll be next, and then whatever he does after, I'm sure. So like, it's not like a complete story. It's not like it's ended. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Correct.
I haven't watched a lot of animes concluded besides maybe some romance isekais that have only had a couple seasons. So
Watch Love is War.
Well, Love is War is something I've watched. I think it's fine. I mean, I know it's not really technically ended, but I think it's good. I haven't really had problems with endings besides quintessential quintuplets, but that's just a bias thing.
All right,
Watch
which girl
Cowboy
do you think should have
Bebop.
won?
What? I heard Crimson and Rolo talking. I couldn't
Sorry,
hear
my
either.
question's irrelevant since we're supposed to be talking Chainsaw Man, so ignore me.
Sorry.
Mine is also irrelevant, but we can
Okay.
continue.
Anyway, yeah, I haven't really experienced a lot of endings, so like in the next couple of years, it's gonna be very interesting, especially with like Oshinoko and Chainsaw Man when it catches up, Dawn to Dawn, all that stuff. But yeah, I think Chainsaw Man going back on topic is fine. I enjoy it. I like it. It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Favorite arc in part 2.
Even-
Sorry, say that again.
Favorite arc in part 2.
Probably the
That scene. Yeah.
Hold on. One at a time, starting with Crimson.
I said Prison Break.
Ooh, good one. Tank. Muffler.
Man, you're making me think on that. Like, I think it would have to be. What would be the arc that involved Nayuta? Like, that's right before the prison break. I think, like when she dies.
Yeah.
Church of Chainsaw Man or whatever it is.
Probably.
That's Church of Chainsaw and Fire Devil, yeah.
I'd probably say that's my favorite because it's the most impactful. Like, I literally had one of the biggest
that's a
rage
good one.
moments ever
That's
when
a
they
good
showed
one,
her
yeah.
dead, and that fucking pissed me off pretty good. So that was a good one on Fujimoto.
Yeah.
All right, Lethal.
Ooh. Do you know which one I really liked? Do you remember towards the start when they're in the aquarium?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Valid.
That's a great one. I was waiting
I
for
like
somebody
that
to
one,
say
yeah.
that. That's Falling.
Is that Falling? Yeah, that's Falling.
Yeah. And isn't Typhoon?
Uh,
Typhoon comes back, right?
I don't. Maybe.
Or is it?
No, that's before Falling.
It's yeah. Yeah, but is it? Who traps them? Is it? No, Eternity comes back, right? Somebody
Yeah,
traps them
Eternity.
in the aquarium.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is
Yeah,
Eternity?
he has to beat Eternity again. Yep.
Yep. That's a good arc. I was waiting for somebody to say the aquarium arc. Rolando.
What was it? Probably the end of whenever after the I think that the prison break the ending of that one is whenever he gets a handy, right?
Yeah.
It's valid.
Yeah, that
Okay,
one.
that's a good
That
one.
one.
All right.
That's when
Just how memorable it
Quan
was.
Chi shows back up. Quan Chi gets him out of there.
I can't
Or-
wait until they animate her intro scene, by the way.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I can't wait to see women scissoring in
Wait,
Chainsaw Man.
You mean this? Wait, hold on. You mean this one? Give me a second.
It's your favorite thing to show.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I can't wait to see Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to see her him.
Santa Claus is gonna be sick as fuck. Arceus. Favorite?
With the knowledge that I'm aware of and what I have,
You can just say your favorite arc from Chainsaw Man. That's fine.
For the part 2 one, I probably would agree with Muffler Tape because I do remember the Church of Chainsaw Man being a big thing that was talked about everywhere. So I kind of know a lot about that arc more than anything. And the original, I forgot what it was called, but the arc, was it also like the Eternity Devil where it was like the staircase loop or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that arc a lot in the first season.
Yeah, because Benny tries to kill him.
Yeah, I also like the Katana Man at the end of season 1. Yeah, those are probably 2. Personally, Reise's arc is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's unfortunately not my favorite.
Mm.
Oh God, here he is. It's Cammy. Hold on, before I introduce Cammy, let me just say favorite arc. Okay, wait. Before I do that, let's pull up this chatter. Hey guys, I'm a Chainsaw Man fan. I'm truly sad that Denji and Asa never end up together. It's heartbreaking that the two perfect couple loving protagonists never up together in the end of part 2. So, to answer that, I actually spoke about that earlier. I think that it actually leaves it open that after Denji saved her from falling, that he may go back and see her and things like that. I think you can infer that in the future. Yes, would we like to see it? For sure. Do I think we also talked about the fact that we think there may be some sort of Cam, you're echoing, so I'm gonna mute you for a second. We are saying that there might be some sort of little light novel or chapter type of like thing that's just gonna kind of show where everybody's at afterwards. So that's what we're hoping for. But in our eyes, yeah, they end up seeing each other again a couple times probably, and then maybe end up dating. I was actually saying I wish we got a couple more chapters, like Lethal here was saying, and that maybe at the end of the chapter we see that Denji kind of gets everything, which is like the girl, he's on a date with her, getting food. He's got the job, he's got friends and family, and he's got money and stuff. So I think that would have been cool. But thank you, John Wilson. Thank you for the chat, man, and thanks for watching. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I think I really my mind got blown, man, when I saw Power back because like I just not just listen. I mean, dude, this is coming from someone that doesn't know all the chapters of part 2, but like Power felt like a very extremely crucial and important character to Denji. The friendship, the brother sister type character development they had, and I'm sure more that you guys are more aware of that would impact my experience more when I know it. So just kind of seeing that made me really happy, and just seeing the ending where they're off, that was great.
Yeah, it's actually unfortunate that you got spoiled, but before I bring Cam in, I'm going to answer what my favorite arc of part 2, because that's what we're talking about here. It's really hard for me to choose. The Aquarium into Falling, so Eternity into Falling, I freaking loved it. But I think I got to go with Aging.
Yep.
I think I have to go with the Aging Devil as my favorite part.
Just crawling out of Denji's mouth like that.
Dude, and he catches the finger, the Statue of Liberty. Like, yo, I got it. I got that shit right here
The
too.
screaming guy clung to the fucking tree.
Yeah, bro. And you get Black Chains, yo, and him just sitting on a person.
Oh, they took Chainsaw Man off Manga Plus, and now Sakamoto's in the top 5. Wow.
What?
Yep, they took it off Manga Plus. Now it's One Piece, Boruto, Dododon, Spy Family, Sakamoto Days, and Kagurabachi, top 6. Dude, Muffler, how is So You Weren't Into Me number 7? Let's go.
Bro, this is all I gotta say about that arc, bro.
Yep.
The memes that came out of that scene were great. But do you guys want me to pull up some?
Have you not seen this, Arceus? The Statue of Liberty turned into a sniper rifle?
I don't think so. If it hasn't been animated, probably not. That looks crazy. I mean, the one thing I like about Fujimoto is his artwork. I know he's not a big fan of drawing his art, but it's so impressive, man.
National Rifle Association saw their fingers.
Thank God I'm not in that.
Well, you got your guns illegally?
You don't have to be a member of the NRA to get a gun. What are you talking about?
I'm kidding. It's just, dude, this is like my favorite fucking arc in part 2. This shit is so sick. We're talking full spoilers, so I don't give a shit if you guys just saw that and you're like, hey, you just spoiled something. All right, but Cam, you gotta ask. Same question I asked everybody else. Did you finish the manga?
Yeah.
All right. So I need how you felt about the end of the manga and how you felt about the manga as a whole, and then the whole thing on a scale of 1 to 10.
Mixed feelings about the ending.
Okay.
I honestly enjoyed the whole story as it is. I mean, I was definitely not expecting that ending.
Neither
You
was
give me
I.
a nice, huh?
Neither was I.
I don't
And
think
then
anyone was expecting it to end that way.
And it, yeah, I know, and it definitely gave me a little yank to my emotions. But I enjoyed everything as a story. It did come along together pretty nice. I think the ending, yeah, there could have been different routes, but it's still, I think it's still tied the story together pretty well. I give it a pretty solid 9.6.
There we go. That's another 9. That's another 9.
What?
So, out of the entire group, we have Crimson with an 8, Muffler with a 9, Lethal with an 8, Rolando with an 8, myself with an 8, Arceus with a 7 because he hasn't seen the full or read the full thing, but from what he's seen, 7 so far, and Cam with a 9. So far, Chainsaw Man, good marks. Good marks of discussion here, boys. Hell yeah! And
Again, it really comes down to like, is someone like a genuine fan of the series? Like, do they actually like Fujimoto's writing, or is it just that they're there because you saw a flashy fight and you're like, oh,
exactly,
like neuron activation moment.
See, this is why I wanted. Sorry, this is why I really wanted to like join this because like all day I've just been seeing hate online over this, man, and I'm just like, it's not that big a deal. Like, I mean,
dude,
like
fear leads to anger, and they had fear of it ending. Anger leads to hate.
Roller, you want to pull up the thing I share? This is the only piece
do,
of
but I
hate.
want to pull up this chat real fast, and I want to have the panel react to John Wilson. I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna animate this, all the chapter. We all know what's gonna happen in the next seasons. Now we know the ending of Chainsaw Man. Okay, we knew that about Bleach, but there's so many people that just don't.
Mhm. Well, it really depends on like how they're going to do it. Like, are they going to add more context to things? Are they going to try and take their own route? Because like Love is War has an ending that they have deviated from.
I mean, the same exact thing can be applied to any anime that already has a manga that's finished.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can apply this sentiment to Attack on Titan. You can apply this sentiment to Bleach. You can apply this sentiment to Naruto. You can apply this sentiment to pretty much anything that's going to get animated that already had one manga run. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something that has one manga run that I'm sure one of you guys know of a show that's going, you're sitting there going, oh, I can't wait for this to get animated, right, Muffler? There's probably something that you've read know is going to be animated, and you're like, it's already finished. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, yeah, like, sorry, I was doing reading and stuff too there. I was trying to still do research for us, but no, yeah,
Oshinoko.
Talk about Oshinoko. Do you want me to just talk about that for a second? Because
I mean that. Well, I wasn't even talking about that, but I think that applies. Like, I like to this right here.
Yeah,
I think you can apply that to anything that's finished.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Well, dude, like even series I'm gonna have you guys watch, like they deviated in different things on even stuff like Vinland Saga, like for what's already out. But like as far as the expectations and stuff like that, yeah, if like for me, yeah, we all know that. I mean, they're gonna have to get a little bit more sexual with some of the content for one. But outside of that, like I was just having an argument with a fucker on a different Discord because they're sitting there, they're just like, this is a shonen. And I'm like, no, it's not. In my opinion, it is not a fucking shonen. Like, it is more of a seinen than it is a shonen, especially when you consider the content of the story and the depth of the story too. Okay, but like, it's just but it was in Shonen Jump. I'm like, they let you get away with a lesbian sex scene, okay? So like, there's a lot going on, but anyway.
So
lesbian
also
sex scene, hand jobs, all that stuff.
Yep.
I mean, also to that comment,
grinding on him.
also to that comment, like I could apply this to books and movie adaptations. Like you could apply that argument to so many things. It's like, well, we already know the ending of it. I don't really understand what the argument is, and I like you, John. I like you, John Wilson. You seem like a nice guy, but I just don't understand what the argument is really. Does anybody? I really don't, because
I
don't
know
think
what
English
the
is his
argument
first language.
like they are going to animate this. Yes, I would agree. They likely will, and by the time you're seeing what we just finished reading, we'll probably both be 20 years older, which is fine. It's happening. And
Back in my day, I used to read this part of Chainsaw Man.
I read
Shut up,
Chainsaw
Grandpa.
Man. We'll be sitting here. I'll be reviewing Chainsaw Man, and all of us will be sitting here, and Lethal will still be saying Star Wars is gay, and I hate it now because it will be. Don't get me wrong. They'll have already by that point, guys. They'll
If
have
I'm
already
still here in 20 years calling Roman gay, that'll be an interesting situation.
I fucking hope that you are, dude. And you know what? It will be great if we're all here doing that. But anyway, yeah, they'll have remade the OT by then. But I just obviously most people have read the endings of a lot of different things that are being animated now. So, but there's also those people that refuse to touch it. Like I refused to go anywhere near anything Attack on Titan when they were finishing season 4. I didn't touch it. I've actually been in and out of sleep for this entire stream. Well, you live in England. I don't blame you. Lethal's in Australia. He got up early for this.
No. It's like in the afternoon for me, man.
So
Fuck,
again,
you're
like the Twitter comments have actually been pretty interesting. Normally, when I get like anti-twit stuff, it's usually just people being like completely stupid about series that are easily defensible. In this case, though, I've seen a lot of people actually have very positive reactions, except for apparently Kaka TV, who's just out here expecting everything to be a train wreck already.
So you want me to pull that one up, the first one?
That's the only one I've got.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one I've got.
TV's thoughts on his video.
I only watched about half of it. It was a really annoying scree fest. And then it was like, because he starts off, he just took a big shit right in the middle of my room and it's like, here, take a whiff. And you're like, the fuck? This is not criticism. Like,
for context, who was this guy? Sorry, I'm not familiar.
Yeah,
this guy is like an anime react channel, from what I understand. He just I know that he got in on the Frieren versus JoJo drama. He was encouraging his fandom to downvote Frieren season 2.
He's Asian. Was he the Asian guy?
So anyway, back when part 1 was ending, or I guess, there was this whole quote that is featured here about how Fujimoto wanted to make an ending that was quite a bit like The Big Lebowski. So this is really the only negative like comment I've seen on it so far. It's just as an anime only, I will stay blissfully ignorant and enjoy the cinema until the inevitable train wreck ending. So I guess this guy's getting fed a bunch of
lies.
Getting fed a bunch by people who were pretty upset by this. But like I went through and saved a few different reactions to this. So like this one, I'm pretty sure this one's just long as shit. It's a huge block of text. But like you get shorter ones, like Pochita had it right. He could never be the key to Denji's true joys. Only without the burden of Chainsaw Man can Denji have the happy life he always yearned for. And so he cut the leash. Truly a good dog. A lot of the points that we've kind of already covered is what a lot of people have been saying here on Twitter. So like, again, you get the, when was the last time a mainstream big manga had a good ending? A lot of mainstream manga have competent endings. Some more so than others would imagine. The problem is that people approach the discussion like they're talking about sports rather than actual art.
Told you, sports people.
Yeah. It was never about Denji chasing his dream, but the hollowness of achieving them. This is what I kind of expected the series to go towards with that last with like the second to last 231 was specifically because like you had this whole thing of like Denji finally achieved the dream, but he wasn't satisfied. He just had to keep being Chainsaw Man to get more and more and more and more, and it ultimately cost him everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess that's if that's your interpretation of the series, which I still think is pretty valid.
I could see it, but
you still like end up like basically it's a satisfying ending if that's your interpretation. Interpreting the universe, misinterpreting the universe reset, it all still happened. All of it still mattered, even if they can't remember it, it mattered. Feelings have carried over, and I guess this is the panel that they're sort of using as the proof for the fact that like it did have some effect on the new world. So I guess you could use that to support Muffler's talk about the karmic cycle sort of stuff.
Well, Meowie's back too because Meowie died in part 1. Right? Or did Meowie
died in part 2?
Yeah, part 2 when their whole apartment burned down.
Yeah, she died in fire with the dog. That's what it was.
Yep. I uploaded 4 images. I found out where most of the negativity was. It was Reddit. Go figure. But
these aren't people.
The fucking cesspool that is Reddit.
Yeah.
It's a hive of scum and villainy.
Yep.
Leaning towards wow.
Never a more wretched place has there been.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's some heavy.
Okay, so this says I think I'm leaning towards just because we have audio viewers.
Yeah.
This is a picture of the ending that says I think I'm leaning towards
ending.
Forever boxing Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Yeah.
Tatsuki Fujimoto on this ending really just feels like slamming in all the fan service possible at the very end since it was also rushed.
Fan service?
1.6 thousand upvotes.
There wasn't any titties.
Yep.
Yeah, what fan service?
That was from the main discussion of the chapter.
Technically, bringing Power and Nayuta back would be considered fan service because it's nostalgia.
I think that's a bit of a reach. I mean,
generally, the connotation you're operating off of is, the panty shot.
No. I didn't mean like in terms of like the goon shit.
I mean, she is caked, but
she is caked. We can see it there as well. But
for sure,
I wouldn't even consider this a fan servicey ending. I mean, they didn't show Reze. If they brought Reze in, okay, now it's fan service.
Right? Yeah, if he's walking with the two of them and they're both caked, and it's like, yeah. They're chilling in a hot tub at the end. That's definitely fan servicey.
He's got a harem now. All 3 of the best girls.
Yeah. All 3 girls are back with him. Like, yeah.
I think that's a bit of a reach calling it fan service.
Yeah. So that was one, and then a couple of these other ones. Like this next one was like a post. It was one of the most popular ones from today, where it was almost like demon shit. Almost like this motherfucker posted some stuff and like had this cryptic message down there and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck
is this fucking Jujutsu Kaisen fucking black book?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
This is Old Testament Satanism.
This had 9,000 upvotes and 300 comments.
Why is Baphomet on my fucking screen right now?
Yeah, well, that
magic, some real sick shit.
Yeah, that was one of them, and then the other comments are from this post. Okay, so this one had 9,800 upvotes. Okay?
Do any of us know what this is saying? Because I have no idea what this is saying.
Yeah, it
For
says
all I know,
throughout
this
the
is saying
void
that
itself.
Fujimoto is the devil, or Fujimoto
Wait.
is the
Are you about
Antichrist.
to wait, Muffler? Should you read this? Are you about to summon Satan?
Dude, I can read the bottom for you. Okay, it's the fate.
I mean, according to this post, he's
Fujimoto.
probably about to summon Fujimoto.
Yeah.
Is this actually making him kind of cool, like a Dracula type of thing?
Throughout the void itself, I saw the reincarnation and destruction of the universe itself. I saw this world toil and tug into only to disperse into a cacophony of sounds and empty noise, filling my mortal mind with loneliness itself. That loneliness, the loneliness I share with no one but my own, the loneliness I could not reach out, but to save or save myself from, not an ounce of it would compare to the emptiness of the final page of Chainsaw Man had shed on me. So yeah.
If I had
he
never
has-
read Chainsaw Man in my life
Can
and I saw
somebody
that, I
clip-
would want to
yo,
read it.
yo,
I would want to
can-
read it
Yeah,
after
like
that.
what
Yeah.
the heck is this? What caused this man to reflect on
Can
himself
somebody
and say
clip Muffler
What,
tape?
what made him reflect on himself so much?
and act like the loneliness he feels?
Well, dude,
It's-
some comments
it's
on
not
this
as
post
bad
are
as
wild
this.
because they're like, first post after reading the final chapter, and then like some other people like, what the hell am I reading? You know, they have some shit like,
Dude, could somebody please clip Muffler Tape's voice reading that and then just clip this picture and put it over that?
And then just
please
add
don't.
like the eerie Lord of the Rings music.
my
We'll make
God.
that. Please, somebody, God.
But yeah,
The
the
Black
other
Tongue of
two.
Mordor.
Crimson, are you
So-
on that one?
Nah, man, I got fucking shit to do.
I'm kidding.
So
Somebody
the next
will.
one is the and that's 1.2
That one's
thousand
been
upvotes.
passed around all
Dude,
over the
that's
place.
That's
insane.
a meme. That I
No.
think people being
It's a
offended by this
meme.
one's fucking really reaching. This is like
Valid.
an ongoing meme.
But
I'm just not gonna
then you
leave it
have
up.
the actual plane one. I found the plane comment. That's the last one. That's a series of people that are talking about going to Japan, bro. And it could be a meme, but at the same time,
Flight is wait. So who's coming to Japan to find Fujimoto? What the fuck? What the
Yeah, dude,
fuck?
I saw this as I was like, what the hell?
I don't know. I look at this and I go,
Yeah,
it's all
they're
just
just
people
LARPing.
online. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
Reddit.
but,
I mean,
like,
I
still,
understand
I
you need like
feel-
one person. Go on.
I know it might be a joke, but you should still be probably reported for that.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
borderline.
think you should be reported. I mean, I threatened to kill 1 million people back on the Xbox 360 days.
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
different.
How is it
Roland,
different?
Roland, I've threatened to do some awful things to you on this stream.
Yeah,
That
Keep that in
actually is
mind.
true.
how is
yeah.
it different? I mean, like, go on. You've got my attention. How's that different?
It doesn't stay there forever. And like there is people nowadays where like you in a video game, if you're playing a video game, right? Let's say you're playing Call of Duty.
Doesn't
right
matter.
now.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking shit. You say, KYS or I'm gonna, KSU.
Do you think I should be reported because I said I kind of want to rape Ryan Johnson the same way he raped Luke Skywalker? Should I be reported?
No, I don't.
think that's a
Why not? It's there. You could, if you went searching through my Twitter, you could probably find it.
I actually
It's
don't.
there.
I actually don't think you should because obviously that's not something that's possible or even.
Why not? I
quite-
just need a plane ticket, right?
Plane ticket, maybe some
Oh,
lube.
So,
If
so
you're
the,
gonna be
we
immersed
going
in it.
raw.
the difference here is nobody's going to be galvanized to go and actually do that, most likely. Whereas
I don't know.
nowadays-
Maybe Roman would be.
I don't know. There were some
Dude.
pretty fucking angry Star Wars fans when that movie came out.
That's true. But okay, maybe you could argue this then, but I don't agree because I don't think that's as plausible as somebody actually being crazy enough to be seeing these who already lives in Japan going, I'm gonna actually try to find this guy.
Oh,
But just-
so if an American said it, then it would be an issue.
Oh, I don't even just
Actually,
mean
Japan would be more likely to punish you.
I
They
mean, in
actually have
regards to the
laws
Ryan
against
Stuff.
um,
Yeah.
Japan would
telling
punish you
people to
more.
like
Wow.
fuck off and everything. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we can find that. I don't recall Ryan Johnson ever being butt fucked.
True. No, yeah.
Well, it probably happened though.
I think there's a bit of a reach here between, like, obviously when it goes too far, it goes too far. But my response to you would be, welcome to the internet.
Well,
You're gonna
no,
see
no,
this
no.
shit everywhere.
I'm not like sitting here going, don't fuck around, but like obviously these people aren't going to do bad shit.
I think the difference is the one big thing that I have a problem with is when people on the internet start like being ridiculous with it. Like when you start going overboard, when you start telling someone you have no association with whatsoever, that they should just end themselves or that they're a dumb N-word or something like that. It's one thing if you're with friends and like I make a joke about raping Roland because he's being an ass. Because we're friends, we know that it's not actually going to happen. We know that nobody's going to fucking fulfill on that threat because we're sitting here bantering. It's a little bit of a different situation if you're like talking about some public personality, like they should be offed or have had like terrible things happen to them. Even if it is a joke, and like I'm not necessarily trying to police a bunch of stuff, I just find it a little bit like repulsive as a behavior on the internet that people.
That's fine. You're saying it's repulsive. That's a personal thing. That's totally fine. But we're talking about reporting people.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't want to give anyone the power
to. There's so much shit
oversee
I don't like.
what people are allowed to say.
I guess what I should have said more so was like when it gets to the crazies that are like from the shit, that should be like maybe a little bit watched. Just watched.
I would say
not like I think reported wasn't the right thing. Just like watch, because it's like some of the shit people say is crazy, and everybody turns a blind eye to it, and then that's how you have like swattings and shit like that. Which, like, I'm not even saying that's just for manga. I'm just saying in general. So that's kind of what I mean more so. Is just be careful with what certain people are saying about shit. It's why most of us don't have our family internet. It's why some of us don't start on stream. Like it's the same thing.
What I would probably say is if it's a constant thing, if I think it would only have to be reported if a person says it over and over, constantly saying it, and they're showing like if it's persistent, maybe.
Well, that's
but
what I mean.
That's very few cases.
That's different. See, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
I know
the idea of just going, oh, this one dude said the story sucks. I want to fucking knock him out. I go, no, I don't think we should.
Oh no,
that.
I agree with you. Yeah, of course, I agree with you on that. I mean, I should have prefaced this in the beginning, but saying the extremes, like the ones that are clearly it's like not a joke type shit.
The best thing you can do is just make fun of them because they're a loser for.
Well, that's what I mean.
Meme and mock until it is done, and it is never done.
Yeah, a bunch of these people saying those threats, they're fucking losers.
Yeah, and they're gay.
Yep.
That too. He's right.
Oh, should I be reported? I just called someone gay.
No, they are.
With an H. It's all good.
See,
aren't you Australian? Don't you all have like laws against that shit? Like,
yeah, aren't you like gonna get
he's not
like,
a kid
arrested or something now?
He's not a teenager.
How old do you think I am?
Oh, is that a teenage thing?
You're like,
you're around 30, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
I'm an adult.
Yeah,
not a
30.
functioning one.
Somewhat an adult,
but an adult nonetheless.
But an adult. Yeah.
I can go to the video place and go to the curtained off 18+ area if I want to.
They'll still look at me funny, but I can go.
I think RB Spam here and Lethal would be good friends.
Depends on what you mean by that. Be very careful with your words and phrasing.
I know, it's just with the words and phrases that they use.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
man.
Arceus, did you have anything else on Chainsaw Man?
Is there a specific topic or just like free for all? I guess
anything, dude. It's over.
Yeah, I was telling him to ask us questions if he's not for sure what to talk about and stuff. Because perspective to ask questions.
Let's say a random Chainsaw Man question that you have that's unanswered for you.
Yeah,
and one of us will answer it.
Can Denji turn his dick into a chainsaw?
Probably.
I guess this is just something that I've just been seeing everywhere ever since today. But a lot of the things Malfortape and Crimson have been saying in the server have really interested me. And I think I vaguely heard Malfortape earlier today talk about it, but what do you guys think Pochita is? I heard you guys talk about it vaguely when before I joined the stream, like what type of devil we think Pochita is. Like, what do you guys think? What do you besides that question? Like, what do you guys think? Like how it ended. Like, are you very satisfied with it? Do you guys wish like if there was an opportunity to do a part 3, would you be okay with that, or you guys cool with it being here?
That's interesting because all of us are kind of in agreement that it could have been fleshed out a little bit more, and it does feel rushed. So I don't think it necessarily needs a part 3. I think it just needed a couple more chapters.
Yep. Dude, I'm actually kind of leaning towards like reincarnation, or if we're going the Buddhist route, like nirvana, which is like perfection, like peace. And I'm kind of leaning towards either one of those. If we are going the Buddhist route, then I think it would be nirvana. If we're going with the reincarnation route, which is still kind of Buddhist, then reincarnation or rebirth, something like that.
I see.
Open to the rest.
This is perfect for Denji. So, like, I was looking up some different things related to the whole karmic stuff, and one thing that this is AI disclaimer, okay? Full disclosure, all right. But one of the things that said here that I thought was really interesting. So, so symbolism and metaphor of a dog, all right. And so there's one talking about whether or not dogs have Buddhist nature. I don't think that really is relevant. But one thing they say is that dogs are often used as metaphors for the mind in meditation. Just as a loyal guard dog stays alert and obedient, a practitioner must remain vigilant over thoughts and actions. So you have to be mindful and think about stuff, something Denji doesn't do. But also in the second, it says here, in contrast, the term dog can also symbolize ignorance, attachment, and suffering, reflecting the state of one who misunderstands teachings and clings to worldly desires. I'm like, well, I feel that that's pretty strong for describing Denji, because they still call him a dog and stuff, but like it's pretty interesting. The other thing was that whether or not Pochita was like the birth devil or something like that, and what I saw some people saying online was his powers seem really janky, where they're not clearly defined one way or the other. And I started doing research onto, what's the concept, like the source of reincarnation in Buddhism, or what's the other one I said here? Like what's the dharmic view of the boundary between life and death and stuff, right? And so
I have a book on it I can find real fast if you want me to look that up.
Well, I wanted to focus really quick, which it may be relevant if you can look that up. But, as far as in Buddhism, the boundary is between life and death is often very fluid. There's no permanent soul. Instead, life is a continuous flow of consciousness and karmic energy. And then it says here that, there's a process, a word that carries karmic imprints across lifetimes, forming an unbroken chain of cause and effect. Death is not annihilation, but a phase of withdrawal, a shift from manifest life to latent potential, followed by rebirth when the conditions are right. And then it talks about...
You're correct on all of that. Yeah. That is... I don't even have to grab the book for that one. That's true.
Yeah, it's a transformation. There is no... consciousness persists in Hinduism. The soul in Buddhism, karmic continuity, the self is not defined. Like you get stuff like that. I was
going to say, when it comes to this, like we're talking specifically reincarnation here.
Yeah.
Like when I was researching this specifically for the Mushoku Tensei video, looking into like how reincarnation is viewed outside of the Western sense, it really does imply that there's just sort of like this causal link between the two, and that they're not like directly like transferring a soul over.
Yeah.
So
So it's the consciousness, not the soul, that actually moves. So the soul, like, goes back into the soul pool. Consciousness goes within something else, but you're mind wiped, but you're there while you're transferring, kind of, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I took philosophy in college, but
According to Buddhist teachings, rebirth is driven by karma, volitional actions rooted in desire, hatred, and ignorance. These actions, actions condition and the stream of consciousness at death, which then links to the new set of conditions for rebirth in one of the 6 realms. And then you go through here. This process is not a transfer of soul, but a causal continuum, like a flame lighting another candle, neither identical nor entirely separate. So again, it's kind of like a retcon, but it's not. It's a very specific line of thought, because there's certain things that are different in this one. And I think that for all the characters that were present, they're all slightly different than their original selves. There's been a change that's happened, So yeah, anyway, sorry, deep stuff, but I think there's something to it. Again, I'm pretty much a layman on it, and it's not up to me to determine, because I'm not a practitioner, but it's something that I would be very curious if more people would explore related to this work specifically.
indeed, good points. Gentlemen, Lethal does have to head out. So, Lethal, is there any more points you want to make before you have to go, dude?
First of all, thank you for bringing me on. It's been fun to talk about it. All in all, I still feel the ending was slightly disappointing, and that mostly just comes from what I feel was rushed and could really have benefited from a couple more chapters, ideally. Part 1 is definitely the better part, but part 2 had far more potential than part 1. And I'll be honest, I'm probably going to rub one out to Makima in about 10 minutes. All right, see you guys.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I'll speak to you all later. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Be good, man.
Have a
Thank
good day.
I got something
Peace
here really
to
quick.
everybody. Thank you, dude. Thanks for coming on the show. That was a lot of fun.
That was a wild get, because I was like, hey man, last minute, do you want to do this? Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a fun, so I'm glad he joined. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take off here myself in a little bit to go watch the rest of Black Lagoon for tomorrow and get ready for that stream. But really quick, there is one more thing I do want to pull up off of Twitter.
Then you can chastise him, because I did that earlier already. So
yeah, I mean, this was an interesting quote. Not that we can say that it is really like actually his mother that said this, but the whole point of Denji won the lotto and didn't know what to do with all the money.
That's
when it
true.
comes to like getting the powers from Vegeta and everything.
Yep.
And,
I
you know how
pretty...
there's always a thing where people, whenever you give someone so much money that's never lived with that type of high amount of money, they usually waste it all.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a complex
also.
Analysis of that, but effectively, I get what you're saying. It's like you give someone a bunch of money they didn't earn, and they have no like fiscal no level of fiscal responsibility whatsoever. They're gonna ruin themselves with that.
Yeah. Well, dude, I know people that have come upon large sums of money. Let's just say some people I knew in high school that happen to be drug dealers. Not mine.
Okay.
Just people. No, not mine at all. Like, not that I had them.
I didn't say that, you retard. Continue your story.
No,
I was just making a joke.
No, what I'm saying is I don't not anything that I was involved in, but I saw people make a large sums of money that were bragging about being drug dealers, and those people bought a car, wasted all their fucking money on all this fucking crazy extravagant shit. Nothing. I've seen people come into large amounts of money in life now. I know a couple people that have won the lottery. Live it all. Fucking crazy.
That's what sucks. Is You would
Go
think.
your people.
Anyway, I'm gonna bail out of here. I'm gonna get the Black Lagoon stream set up for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go finish out the series. So,
yeah, dude.
I'm gonna plug my
Get to
shit real
work.
quick. If you want to keep up with me, I got my own channel, Crimson Law. You can go watch anime stuff. I haven't been active over there. I've been working on a bunch of stuff in the background. So, there's that.
How far are you?
Don't subscribe.
How far are you in Black Lagoon?
I think I got about half of the second part left.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you
Half-
gonna
half
get
the second.
through the
Roberta's
Roberta's blood trail?
I should.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, because that's
Well,
5 more
four-
episodes plus
I was
the
gonna say, it's
6.
only like
That's
4
like
or 5
11 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Those
That should be
are a
fine.
little bit longer
right.
episodes.
I'll probably end up watching a couple of episodes on break tomorrow, but
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay.
anyway, Fictionology tomorrow at 6
Oh, yeah.
Central, as always. Hope you guys tune in. We're going to talk about Black Lagoon, obviously. So,
Thank you for
all right, you
joining.
guys have fun with your Chainsaw Man discussion. Sorry, I have to bail out so early because I'm behind on things.
You're good. I actually don't know how much longer we're gonna go. So
Yeah,
All right.
we're chill.
alrighty, and then there was just 5. Does anybody else have something to say? Cammy, do you have anything you want to say about Chainsaw Man? You barely
you seem
spoke, my friend.
the most critical. So yeah, man, what you got? Early to the end.
Hit us with it. Hit us with your most brutal Chainsaw Man takes right now.
Brutal Chainsaw Man takes.
Yeah, go for it. But watch the
I
language.
Could give you a pretty hot take.
All right, let's go.
Rize's mid.
High five. Let's go, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't agree. but
She's not best girl to me. Okay.
I don't agree, but it is arguable. So, like, I can't say much about that one.
I guess
Definitely
it just
not best
depends on the
girl.
taste of a man. On the taste of a
Yeah.
man, it depends.
Yeah.
I was
Who
gonna
is
say-
best girl to you?
Yeah, best girl. That's what I was going to ask. What's everyone's best girl?
Quan Chi.
Oh, ain't it Himeno for you?
Oh, his fucking Cammy's is Himeno.
What?
Yeah, Himeno.
I didn't know that
Cammy's-
about Cammy.
Spam's is Himeno, the girl with the eye patch.
Are we going to be Eskimo brothers? Like,
It's a tough call between Jimeno and Power.
Power.
Valid.
All right, dude, I'm
You
sorry.
like-
Mine's Reze. Reze's too fucking good. Like, she's great. I love her.
Power's
after you
valid.
talk up the lesbian so much, like,
I think I
Quan
lean
Chi's
more
like
towards the
my
Power
second
side.
favorite one.
Power side, all right. Is it because of the she hates she hates humans? She got a little bit of that racism in her.
A little bit. Yeah, she does. She's got a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I look for green flag quality. She's got quite a few.
yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
You're just a
yeah.
tad.
No, she as long as she like learns to take baths constantly and not leave shit on the side of the toilet, maybe then she could be top tier.
Wow, I'm actually nobody chose Asa.
Also, it's like for me, dude, it would be it's a triple way tie with Himeno, Reze, and Asa. They're all I very do much like them.
Yeah.
I'm
But I have-
definitely Jimeno. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if I have to pick one, Reze, just
Yeah.
because I just like very much of the quality shit that she has.
Yeah. Right up there, but never knows best.
Yo, Spam's got one too. Him and I were talking about that on last Saturday. He was like, "Oh, dude, I have one of those too."
You guys watch Fooly Cooley, and you'll have a second one ready to go that says "Never Knows Best."
I
written
did
on
watch
it, and those
Fooly
will be your
Cooley.
two.
I did watch Fully Cooley.
Yeah, not all 6 episodes.
No, you're correct.
I did.
Damn it.
It's great.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yo. All right.
So
Spit.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball. I'm gonna say Himeno, and then my second place, I'm gonna go with that wild thing, Death. That's what I'm gonna go with. All right, because like
Death.
extra orifices are amazing. Plus,
I don't
the
know,
lady
man.
can eat. She can eat, and
All right.
she ain't gonna gain weight. So I'm cool with it, right? Oh,
That's
I like to see
true.
my lady happy. All right.
I'm gonna throw you a wilder one and go with the spider. No, I'm kidding. No, what about like wait, who was it? Fuck.
If somebody says falling on here, you are gross. By the way,
No. Crazy chick.
I saw so much art
Crazy
about
chick
her.
from part 2.
Um.
In the beginning
I
of
know you're
part 2,
talking about
takes him
the
to the
the
fucking karaoke bar.
yeah her.
oh,
What's her
that's
name?
Fumiko. Fumiko,
Fumiko.
number 3.
Yeah.
We get like 2 or 3 clones up in there, and we're gonna have a freaky night, okay?
Bro,
Choo,
that
choo,
would be,
lovely, even
Yeah,
bang,
but
bang, both have a live around.
you're not gonna be the same after.
She could change me.
I think you're not going to be the same after any of these people ever mentioned.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You're gonna need mega protection.
I'm sorry, but people that don't understand the benefit of having a ghost hand as an extra thing that she can use on you while you're banging it out don't know much. Okay, I'm just
It's
saying.
gonna cost her something. Well, wait.
Arceus.
Um,
I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop this degeneracy for a second. Arceus. Ask me ask a random Chainsaw Man question to the panel.
A Chainsaw Man. Oh, I was just gonna tell you that obviously Power was my first one, and then
I respect
who's the shy, terrifying girl in season 1?
Kobeni.
Let's go, dude.
I like Kobeni. She's number
honestly, Kobeni's on my list, bro, because we never found out what fucking devil she had. She had bad luck.
True.
She had the luck devil. I guarantee you she had the luck devil.
She was a crybaby.
She had the luck devil. Fuck
that's the
off,
funny
bro.
thing.
She literally had the luck devil.
Well, that's because like
everybody around her gets bad luck, but she has good luck. She has the luck. Fucking
haven't y'all noticed like her type of character or character archetype, like the girl failure, has become a bit more popular nowadays? Because even Asa has some of that her girl failure aesthetics, but Kobeni was up to the max of that.
Have you noticed that you've become more popular nowadays?
Who?
The fuck?
You? I don't know. I'm just saying he's a nice guy.
Okay. He's the only one that's on to watch anime with me half the time. What are you talking about, bro? Dude rocks.
Okay, dude.
Rocked for a while.
Well, some people work for me.
Well, I work too.
And so do I.
No, I know you work too. I just said late.
Okay. But I think with Kobeni, it's like girl failures, you want to help them. It's kind of the innate feeling to want to help that person. And maybe they'll give you something in return.
Kobeni's kind of like a bitch.
Well, she did want to kill Denji, but she wasn't wrong to want to kill Denji because Denji did lead to the apocalypse and the end of the world, and everybody got turned into.
It's because she is very susceptible.
Oh my god, Kobeni could have saved the world.
She is very susceptible to the crowd mentality because she'll go with the flow with whatever's
true,
easiest.
though. Kobeni could have saved the entire everything of all time.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't get all that great character development.
The chick from the Kyoto division is on my list.
She would have had to actually
Kyoto division. You mean the
chick with her hair in like a palm, like the spiral mane out behind her hair or whatever?
Wait. Who?
The chick that dies at the beginning of the next arc.
Right. Shh. Yeah. I know.
Spoilers.
I like
at the end of a fucking spoiler shit. She's on my list.
Wait, who kills her?
Okay.
Remember,
dude, the assassins
the brothers
kill her, bro.
Those
She's like killed in the car. Yeah.
Oh,
remember?
her and the guy with the cross.
Yeah,
across
but
her.
I like the chick because she's kind of hot, and I like the scar, and she's
Yeah.
cool. She got the cool
It's
hair.
that scar that adds character. I really do like.
What was the
What?
devil? They were both contracted with the same devil, weren't they?
Yeah, I got no clue.
Let me ask you all something. Do you
That was-
think?
Yeah.
Do you think Chainsaw Man would have done better when it released if it had 24 episodes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
100% because people were like, "What? It's over?" And then it took 3 fucking years for the next piece of, and it's just a movie. I'm sorry, man. The movie's great, but like they could not sustain momentum worth a fuck. In my
Nobody
opinion.
heard that. I don't think because I think my mic cut out. But literally, Muffler and I just said the same thing. We said yes, 100%. And then I just started laughing and I stopped and let him just start talking.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
No,
it-
that
it
was
is-
funny as fuck.
it
We
is
said the
true.
exact same things at the exact same time.
Yeah,
ESP,
but yeah,
bro.
because
There's a
ESP,
bunch
brother.
of shows. Like, there's a bunch of shows that would benefit if they are good. That if there's more of them, like I think that's why some people have the feeling that season 1 of Free Run is better because there's just a lot more that you can take in,
28.
digest, and look at it. Yeah, 28 episodes is pretty big for anime, especially. It's like it's higher than some of the longest for a season, and that's why
That's
I
true.
think I can understand some people. It's because people want more. People just want more of something they enjoy, and that is something people enjoy. Chainsaw Man.
Bleach is
The
usually
reason-
24,
Hmm.
and the with the Blood War, it's been 24 episodes consistently. But I think the finale is gonna be less than that, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's
The-
12 or 13, ain't it?
It's 12
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, wait,
Yes.
you're right. It's 12,
Yeah.
but the show is usually like
Pretty long
Or-
episodes.
The
yeah.
the
pretty
reason
much.
why I asked that is because
Sorry, I was thinking of the fucking the fact that it's like doubled with like something whatever. It just
Yeah.
in my mind I was thinking of it. Not
Yeah, the
I'm
reason-
being stupid. Not my point.
the reason why I asked that is because when Chainsaw Man aired, I think there was pretty much hype throughout the 3 months that it aired. Unfortunately, I got behind and I think finished it a month later, in April, or well, not in April. The next anime season, since it came out fall of 22. So I asked that because like ever since the anime ended, I didn't really hear much talk really, about the series compared to other series that were airing, whether they were manga
Oh,
or
dude.
other animes. Besides the manga, when like midway, maybe part 2.
Dude,
maybe
honestly, I think that just might be because you weren't in the circle. Because like
Maybe.
we're talking about it the entire time.
Maybe, yeah, because I
Well,
didn't. Because
manga.
part 1, yeah, 'cause
Yeah, the
part
manga,
one-
yes, and when the
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
the movie trailer was going to drop, and what the movie would encompass, and whether or not they were going to do it as a movie or a season, that's what we were talking about, which is exactly what we're talking about now with the International Assassins arc and the Control Devil arc, or
Yeah.
Conquest, as we talked about earlier, the Horseman, the first
Yeah,
Horseman.
I'm sure you're absolutely right, but didn't it go from weekly to bi-weekly? Do you think that may
Yes,
be?
but that's
Yeah, that was part 2.
Yeah, no, but that's part 2, so that's after chapter 98.
Yeah.
And I believe that Reze ends on 68, right?
It's literally like just over halfway.
Hmm.
So it's like
Yes,
87
it's like-
chapters or
it's like
97
60.
chapters. So
It's like 60 something.
yeah, there's about like 40 chapters or so left. Okay. The thing is that, yeah, I agree with you, Arceus, though, because like everybody that was like a big, it just seemed like it just dropped off the face of the earth for all the big channels and stuff like that. So unless you were like in the underground community, like I was talking with these assholes the whole fucking time on Weebs and Waifus, talking about the chapters and stuff, and like we were having a good time. That's how we all met. I'm pretty sure between that.
Yeah,
and
that is
Donovan,
how we
you
all
know,
met.
so-
Talking about Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, and so I was following it every single time a chapter dropped, but you're right, it was like bi-weekly. Sometimes it'd be 3 weeks between chapters, and then he'd have a couple in a row and stuff. So the irregular release schedule hurt it, in my opinion. The fact that the chapters were shorter, and it just seemed to drag it out, because everybody's complaint of Chainsaw Man Part 2 was that it was slow. Okay, because you introduced a new character, you built them up, you had all of this like supporting information about where the characters are and stuff. So for them, it just seemed like it took a lot longer to get started. And again, I did not have a problem with any of this, but other people did, So I get what you're saying. Like, it was very niche, in my opinion, after the anime ended.
Well, people are gonna fucking hate my book then, because all the characters that I'm writing have like some pretty good backstories and shit that are fairly well written.
I just bring that up because I've been watching seasonal weekly animes since like 2017, I would say right now. So like when My Hero was a thing, when I got into anime, like I heard that until it ended. It felt like Jujutsu Kaisen, when it came up, that was a thing that I felt like that was talked about. Of course, all the Shonen Jump stuff, right? I never heard anything about Dandadan until the anime was around the corner. That was something that was
sucks.
Yeah, dude. No, I knew about it. I was reading it already before it came out.
I mean,
that's what I find very interesting. Like, you hear Shonen Jump this and that each series. Like, I know of Kagurabachi and Ichi the Witch just because everyone talks about the new Shonen Jump series that comes around and everything. But when it comes to like things like Jump Plus or like Shonen Magazine, romances, isekais, I only hear, because I'm like maybe 90%, 80% an anime watcher seasonally, and then I'll like 20% read specific mangas, because I just like seeing it animated more, unless I really want to know what the heck's going on. Dandadan's a great example. I did not want to get spoiled, so I wanted to catch up on that, basically.
Yeah.
And unlike Chainsaw Man. So I just think it's interesting because, like, Mushoku Tensei is a good one. I heard nothing like about it until it first aired, and then it blew me away, So that's why I bring that up, because Chainsaw Man just felt like something I heard a lot about part 1, and then part 1 ended, and then the anime came out, and then part 2, or part 2 I think came out the anime season before. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
because it was just kicking off, and then I was like, so I've basically been there for all of part 2. So yeah.
It's just interesting because Chainsaw Man has always been something that's been talked about. It's been the top 5, as you all have mentioned, on Manga Plus and everything. Everyone I know that watches anime or reads manga always talks about Chainsaw Man. It's just so interesting that it gets talked about, or in my experience, it's been talked about a little bit, and then it just like Muffler Tape says, it just feels like it disappears, comes back. Then the final chapter basically got announced, and I'm like, oh shit! Like, people were talking Chainsaw Man again. It just was interesting.
I think I have the doll in this.
Chainsaw Man. Anyway, my main point was Chainsaw Man just feels like one of those shows or manga that are series that like, it's extremely popular, but like, it's not niche, but it feels niche. I guess kind of like looking inside from the outside, basically.
It still feels that way for Dandadan too, but yeah, I feel that you're right. What I would say is that if we did get like a 2-core first season, that would have put us like right maybe in the middle or like part way through the Gun Devil arc, which I think would have been a very interesting place to leave it off for a finale movie for the end of part 1. And I think that would have been a good way to do it. But the problem is, and I'm going to blame MAPPA. Fuck MAPPA. Okay. And the reason why is because they've spread themselves so thin that they take forever to come out with any property. All right. It's been like, I want to say 3 or 4 years since we had, well, has it been that long? It feels like it's been forever since we've had Vinland Saga season 2 even. And the thing is that there's still not been any additional announcement for season 3. They ended it like a teaser that there is going to be a season 3, but they didn't make an announcement or anything, right?
Yeah, until later, way later, a year later.
I mean, dude, they did Zombie Saga.
This is exactly what Muffler was talking about.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wild.
Yeah, like they just got all these series. You know, Hell's Paradise came out like the next year. Like they were
All of them
like,
have suffered, in
stacked,
my
and
opinion.
It's like,
All of
Dude,
them.
look at this artwork. Like,
and
Yeah,
you're
well,
right. I
part
mean,
one-
it's not just what Crimson and Biggles were saying on the stream last night, because I don't know much about JJK, but from hearing them and other people saying that it's not good anymore. Hell's Paradise is fine. Like, I mean, I enjoy it, but like you already know that we had complaints about that at the beginning of the season and everything. It just
Yep.
feels like a lot
dude,
of the things
I watched
that
like
happen.
the first episode and I fell asleep and I have to rewatch the entire thing. But I'm probably gonna watch Primal first.
Yeah, but you're right, man. It just feels like whatever they've picked up, it just feels like that quality just hasn't been there, or at least the hype for most people I've seen.
My coworker keeps yelling at me because I promised her I'd watch Primal.
Dude, that gets so
And
much
I've
hype
watched-
for me.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm the one who got her to watch Primal with her boyfriend, like years ago, when it came out. So
Is
it's
that
like,
Fujimoto?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
I'll
it is.
proceed
man.
to levitate.
Yep.
Supposedly Fujimoto.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
don't know for sure, but yeah.
Anyway,
He did.
so-
He
so-
did. You know.
So I have to watch. I'm gonna watch Primal, and then I'm gonna watch catch up on some anime. But today she was like,
Hey.
"So did you watch the finale?" And I was like, "No, I'm still a couple episodes behind." She was like, "Motherfucker!" She's like, "I'm gonna kill
Oh,
you," and I was like, "I know,
uh,
I'm sorry."
Yeah, man.
I had
Primal
finished
doesn't have any
Primal too.
dialogue.
Yeah, I had finished Primal, and it's pretty good. There's some,
She
a
loves
little
it.
bit of wonky stuff, but it's believable because it's already shown there's magic in the world.
Yeah. The
And-
world's insane, dude. It's like so.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was
Tartakovsky
great.
is literally just like Fujimoto, where he doesn't give a fuck. He'll just make something happen.
I mean, bro, he made that. I mean, I don't know why he made that
Like,
freaking
fucking-
movie about that dog getting its nuts cut off. Remember?
Bro, he literally goes. He literally goes. Fuck it. There's a crazy storm that some ritual fucks up. Zombie dinosaurs.
The
What?
rage, like a rage zombie thing. Yeah, that shit was.
Oh,
crazy.
Roland. I also forgot to mention.
Oh, Arceus. I also forgot. What?
Oh, sorry.
No,
So
don't
I
be
forgot.
sorry, dude. Come on. I'm just goofing with you.
I forgot to mention that because I was actually kind of debating this in my Discord chat with Muffler, but the one thing I think that makes me realize that I can't hate Fujimoto's works, especially with the whole end of Chainsaw Man, is that Fujimoto's different, right? It feels like he has open endings, different interpretations, thought-provoking, subtle, endings. It feels like it feels like he wants the viewers or readers to think more than than other authors. He treats the audience like we're smarter than most demographics. It feels like, right? So that's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I just feel like I have to defend him on because, he's just very unorthodox. He's very different, and I respect that. Because most people wouldn't do that.
It's funny you say that because that's kind of something we touched on earlier. Is that it? Like something Lethal said is that it almost feels like this is a filter,
Yeah.
and that, and one of the things that I brought up was he's the type of guy that 15, 20 years down the line, he's just gonna go, I feel like writing Chainsaw Man again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like the people that were fine with the ending, they're all gonna come back, and by that point, all of their kids are gonna have read it. Like another question that was asked was, "Will Chainsaw Man last?" And I said, "Yeah, I think Chainsaw Man will be around for at least 40 years because I'm gonna show it to my kids. I think a lot of us will show it to their kids when they're of age to read it and or watch it."
And
It's a
who
great.
knows? The anime may boost up, in popularity for the manga to potentially come back, or even spin-offs or movies, or
Exactly.
Yeah. Again, the thing is that Fujimoto likes to write, so he can continue to write for spin-offs or do other stuff. And that'd be totally fine because here's the thing: Fujimoto is incredibly gifted. His character designs, fantastic. Okay,
yo,
his writing is great.
Muffler, when you're finished, can you pull up a picture of the Blood Devil when she's like in the mode?
Well, I mean,
At the
that's kind of. I mean, if we're showing spoilers, maybe, but his other stuff that.
What do you mean? We've been talking spoilers this entire stream.
I know that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, but showing his other stuff where his take on heroes or other franchises, I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, but I just want to show like something fucking. It's a crazy design. It's one of the coolest designs, I think. And you only get to see it once. When it finally gets animated.
Another question. Sorry, I didn't understand that. You're welcome to explain it. Why were the only characters that were shown were the characters that Denji made a contract with? That's what I read something about that.
He didn't make a contract with the War Devil.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Then maybe he didn't make one. Well, technically, he may not have. He did agree to.
They made an agreement.
Take care. Yeah, he made an agreement in order to take down the Death Devil.
Yeah, and if he lost, he would be turned into a weapon by her.
And if he won, he gets
Snooky.
He gets the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
my man never got the Snooky.
That is an interesting idea because I didn't think about just the ones that he made contracts with, because I don't know if he actually made a contract with Nayuta. Like,
maybe.
No, but he did make a bond with her to protect her at all costs.
They were basically like, brother, sister, daughter, son, father.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. A very close relationship.
It was like mentor, and he was a good like role model to her. He actually was trying to.
He helped her, in my opinion, progress, and move beyond, because he gave what Makima always wanted. Okay, per Pochita was somebody to hug and have like a connection with and stuff, right? And so he gave her that.
Yeah,
and
at the very least,
on an equal level.
It does show that Nayuta still has a appeal to Chainsaw Man, but she got to experience Denji and truly like care about both of them. Yes. It's still that innate want to be with Chainsaw Man and have Chainsaw Man, but she understands like Denji is someone that she does care about, and some of the differences it shows she's more human than Makima was, because I remember the part where after the Falling Devil they had defeated, who was it? Was it Typhoon or that she was trying to feed them to? Asa and Denji, she was trying to feed them to some devil. They beat him, and I remember Death and Nayuta. I was looking. No, was it Eternity? I don't think it was Eternity. This was during the fall.
Famine and Falling were working together.
No, I mean that was Death. Yeah.
Oh, was it Death?
Yeah. Fam was taking, Death was taking Fam's name for the moment for the But it just showed like.
I'm sorry, it's been a while since I read that part.
Yeah, because Nayuta was there and she was like, "Oh, I just controlled the devil's brain to make them taste like shit, and to make them barf them up." Yeah, it's just like that's such a dumb but fun kid thing that she would do.
Hilarious. Yeah.
And then they start talking about the prophecy, and she's like, "Devils will rain upon the earth, and like all hell will break loose." And Nayuta's like, "Oh, that sounds fun."
Well, wait, but that fucking happens though.
Yes, but that's not and what I'm getting to is she's saying, "Oh, that would sound fun," but then Death was around long enough to see like, yeah, but then pizza and Chinese food would be gone, and Naita immediately goes, "Oh no, that sucks." Like it's such
she just wants to play fucking video games and eat good food.
Yeah, and then she's like, "You gotta help me," and then Naita goes, "I can't." It's like, why not? I have school, and then just shows her like who has the answer. She's like, me. It's that type of fun shit where they're talking about something so serious where it's gonna be in the end of the world, And Naita does have right at that moment have that child mindset. Oh, that sounds fun. Her devil side, but then she's like, but then good food would be gone. All these other stuff that she's also enjoying going through. She's like, oh no, maybe never mind. And she's like, she has she probably likes going to school because the people there. It seems like she bullies some of the kids to like give her their food. Where she took that one kid's fucking dessert, she's like, give it to me. She's like, okay, here. It's that subtle stuff that makes me enjoy the character. That shows their qualities that they have. I'm gonna miss it from Chainsaw Man, but who knows what he's gonna do next.
So final question I got for you guys because I'll probably have to go in a few, but
Yeah.
Well, how about you stay until we commit, and we'll just call this the final question.
All right, out of left field question, very very weird, very strange, but I think it's fitting for the Chainsaw Man stream. What was everyone's first initial impressions, regardless if it was the manga or the anime, of Himeno kissing Denji in the anime, manga, whatever?
I laughed.
I was like,
gagged a little bit.
I was like, he's so lucky. Wait, never mind. But maybe.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so me and Rolando had the same thing, and I was like, but like, and then
it is her.
I thought he was gonna get some, and then he didn't, and then she was like, "Wait, you're underage," and I was like, you know what? To be honest, I thought it wouldn't matter in this world. Like, I wouldn't even question that.
But she is a good person. She is a good person. Where she's like,
yeah, and I was like,
that thing.
But she's a good person, and I was like, well, that's fucking great. And then she dies, and then I'm like, fuck you.
I would be groomed by her. Yeah, I would be totally okay with that. Like,
I would be okay.
I gagged, and then I was like, oh my God, this is so funny, bro. Like, I thought it was great. And then what made it better was the after scene.
No, the worst part.
Her apartment.
So I literally went, oh, and then I went, oh shit, and kind of laughed. And then Power goes, he has to eat it. And I was like,
and then he swallows. No! That was the fucking gross part, okay?
Yeah.
It was rough. Some of my friends were like, I'm done. I'm not watching this anymore. I'm like, the fuck, bro? Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
But two things, okay? One is the fact that we had the follow-up sex scene, which I fuck Chupa Chups, bro. I'm going after that, okay?
Dude, I was like this.
What the hell is even that?
So I would have tapped that, and then number two is the ending. They worked the fucking throw up into the ending sequence where it was like the rainbow, like they're circling around each other. Shit, best ending to like emphasize that.
Yeah,
that was great. The endings were fantastic. Okay, so yeah.
What's this about? What do you think?
Yeah, because she stopped having sex with him because she found out he was like a minor, right?
Yeah, but I would be groomed by her. I'm okay with this.
Wait, what? I'll black out for a second. What were you talking about?
Yeah, I thought Himeno stopped her pursuit on Denji with having sex because she found out he was a minor.
No, she didn't. It's because he didn't do it. Yeah.
Oh, because he was so devoted to Makima.
Correct. He pulls out, or she pulls out a Chupa Chup, which is like the sucker thing or whatever, and she's like, huh? And he has like a flashback memory of Makima, and like a good little dog, he didn't go after her.
Yeah,
so
he hello. Yeah, he was it. I think he resisted, but more than likely, if she would have probably had less clothes on and his pants were down, he would have probably. But she passed out by that time. She was so drunk.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to, but he could have been broken. He could have been Himeno pilled, but nope.
Hit him with his pants down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fate had different things for him to do. But yeah.
Does anybody else have any closing statements? The Chainsaw Man, the finale of Superman, before we all end up rereading it and inevitably end up talking about it on the Roller Roomcast at some point within the next 2 months, probably.
I don't know if it's going to be that soon. We got a hell of a schedule of anime to be watching, and I've got to deal with your shitty Love is War.
For everybody, hey, fuck you. for everybody that's on Fictionology, yes, we are on a tight schedule here.
Yep.
So it's kind of hard for us to get into all the other shit, but the Runaway Vagabond, yo,
Vagabundo.
What's up, dude? Yo, by the way, Vagabond, I will
What's
send you. I saw your stream from MegaCon. That shit looked awesome. I wish I could be there, but yeah, dude, if you're still down for the Egypt thing, I'm gonna hit you up on.
Don't take your break. It's about
Yeah,
time.
dude, back from Orlando. There we go. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I saw everybody was down there. The G3 panel looked awesome. So you got to let me know about that one you were talking about with possibilities. But yeah, I'll talk to you soon about if you want to come on the Monday Night Mayhem for Egypt. But we figured we would do this impromptu Chainsaw Man stream because Chainsaw Man is over.
Yep. Big surprise.
But, yeah, no, I think it was a great run. Crimson. I mean, not Crimson. Muffler. I quote it.
Yeah. No, dude. Yeah, I loved Chainsaw Man Part 2. I liked the whole series. I thought it was really good. I do think it's going to stand the test of time as well because not only is the controversy like, it's a good thing, but it's because it's actually done well. Okay, that it's going to last because it's going to have people. It's going to engage the reader and stuff, and so things that are engaging reads will typically be more remembered, in my opinion.
Okay,
like,
so
Berserk is a very engaging read. So,
Vagabunda, do not watch this stream. I'm so glad you joined when you did because we're done.
Don't do it.
Because this entire stream is spoilers, so don't watch it. This is the only time I'll tell somebody not to watch my stream. Don't do it.
You may not open what is forbidden from you.
We went really deep into spoilers and crazy shit. So for your own good. But anyway, yes, I will send you the information for the Egypt stream, which should be next week, Monday.
I know. Didn't you guys find it funny that Makima was like, "Oh my," when the fucking kiss scene?
Yeah, that was great.
I don't think we're gonna spoil anything else for the most part. But dude, I'm glad you had fun in Florida. That looked awesome. And I will talk to you soon. We're wrapping it up for the night, so don't worry about it. You have a good night, brother. Glad you got home safe. Talk to you soon. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure he didn't get spoiled at all. I didn't want him to scroll back and end up watching that. I would feel terrible. I'm gonna put spoilers in the intro.
Yes. Maybe redo the title or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So my final statement on this is, guys that don't like Chainsaw Man or don't understand it, learn how to read. That's just about it.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't.
Yeah, Chibi. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Yes. The little bait bastard.
Yeah.
I love Chibi too, and he pisses me off on this one. I don't get it.
Yeah, man. Fujimoto just came into my house and took a big ass shit in.
I will play that in there for everybody in the chat later too, because that was outrageous, man. It was bad.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Why can't I change the title? The stream must be scheduled in the future and within 1 year. Please edit the start time, but it won't let me edit the start time.
Yeah, it's chill.
What in the freak?
You can just probably
edit it
after the upload's done.
I'm gonna have Roman do it.
Yeah. What about you two boys down below? You guys got any final thoughts?
I think I'm good. I think I said everything I wanted to say.
Nice troll comments at the end.
Yeah. I think I pretty much said what I needed to say. I think it was a lot of fun. The meme I wanted to mention before Vagabundo showed up was Chainsaw Man is all about the friends we met along the way.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that expression.
That's right. that
One
I've seen
Piece.
so far, dude.
Dude, we
It's
literally were on this afternoon talking about it. It was hilarious.
That was hilarious. You're at Arceus and I were laughing. Muffler's like, I hate this.
I hate it.
Bro.
Well, now we know that One Piece may actually be that if this is what we're getting.
Oh, dude, I don't care about One Piece. I just want it to end, and then we'll worry about it.
This will determine whether or not I continue to watch it because I have now started after One Piece season 2. I watched the first episode that picks up after One Piece season 2.
Bro, I would say, well, it's because from what people said, there's a lot missing, even like from the main. So I don't know. Maybe go back whenever you feel like you can. But me, One Piece. Maybe I'll check it out when it's over because like. But I'm gonna say it. I'll probably have the opinion that it's probably it's a very nice it's a very nice manga story because I'm probably not gonna say it's fucking peak. That's kind of fucking retarded because I feel like it's just people fucking glazing it a little bit too much.
I feel like
there's probably other stories. There's probably other stories that can do the arcs that it does for like whole runs. It's arcs it does. It's basically whole runs of a whole fucking manga. They could probably do it better, but I get it. It's probably like a very great anime.
Fucking Muffler. I can see you guys in chat, you motherfuckers.
Dun dun dun.
Well, thank you, Roland, for having us on.
Well, dude, yeah, thanks for coming on. I just wanted to I want to say thank you again to Lethal Lightning and shout out to Vagabundo in chat for popping on here for a little bit, the Runaway Vagabond, as well as Muffler and Crimson Law. Everybody come and watch us tomorrow on Fictionology on Crimson Law's channel. We're talking about Black Lagoon. To be fun as fuck.
My pick.
Highly recommend.
Let's go. Everybody needs to show up for it.
Spam, thanks for coming on. Hell yeah, dude. Everybody show up. Get it done. But no, dude, I think Chainsaw Man was awesome. It didn't I equated it to Cobra Kai in the way that it stopped when it needed to and it didn't continue to jump the shark. And I think that's a good thing. So I'll end it there. And I just want to say, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm glad I was able to put this on for everybody just so we had a space where, we could all talk about Chainsaw Man for a little bit. So much love. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to the chat. And thanks to all that are going to watch this on the After Effect. Have a good night, everybody. Deuces.
This is high quality content creation.